Hello everyone. It's your favorite programming error that just refused to be fixed. Code here, and today I'm committing self-sabotage. Because I already know that Genshin doesn't do particularly well on this channel compared to stuff like FNF. And despite already knowing that fact, I decided to further reduce the numbers by not properly announcing the stream ahead of time. However, those who are very familiar with Genshin and play it actively know that a new update dropped today, which includes a new story quest. So I have decided
wine tastes the same as I remember.
To play that
But where
today.
are those who share the memory?
So, yeah. That being said, let me actually open the game. So last time we played, we started on this lovely quest over here for Furina, where we hopefully will find out how the heck she got a vision. And today, we're gonna be finishing that quest. Now I could sit here and wait for people to show up, which I probably should. But at the same time, we have another story quest to do after this, and if I'm pulling this off well, then I might be able to both wrap up this quest and finish the entire Navia story quest. All depends on how long Navia's story quest is. I honestly have no idea. Could be a long one, but if it's under 3 hours, I doubt this one will take too long, so we should be able to do this all in one go. Probably. Also, I think that's a new icon. I think that little icon... I think that little navigation icon here is new, to tell me that I have to actually enter a building in order to proceed with the quest. That is pretty interesting. Well then. Why don't we just go ahead and head in then? Enter the Parley Memorial. I have not gone in there since I last streamed this game because I knew that the second I entered I would probably encounter the quest. Oh no, I can actually move around a little bit before I encounter the quest. How nice of them to give me that degree of freedom. I actually could have spent all the time in here that I wanted to spend in here. Not like there really was anything in particular to do in here, other than maybe block a door, which doesn't even work. Look, it's a magic door! Do you see the waves of Geo emanating from it? I say that as if talking to chat. God, Navia, she's amazing, and good night. Hello and good night to you too, Neon. Thanks for popping in though, I do always appreciate that. Well, I'm gonna get to know Navia a little bit more today, because, you know, story quest and all that. But I'm not gonna pull for her. She might be decent, but... I think I'm good.
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case?
Alright.
But, that case has been closed for quite a while now.
So to quickly recap what's going on, so there's this theater troupe and they're thinking of splitting up, but then we were like, no, and then we're like, damn, but our director died during the serial disappearances case, so we're like, damn, okay, you've got some bad blood between yourselves, so how about we grab some of her belongings, and maybe that'll settle some things. So that's why we're here. Nice recap, nice recap.
Still, since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place,
yes,
you don't actually have to submit an application. Okay, please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
I'll actually give you the benefit of the doubt here, and assume that the audio was a little bit quiet for the game, so I'll turn it up, even though it probably wasn't too quiet. Bones!
So, this is all
another resub?
Just whatever she was carrying.
Sushi tonight and Stacy. I hope so. How are you doing? It feels, again, thank you so much for the resub. It feels like your previous resub wasn't even that long ago. Has it really already been another month since your previous resub? There's no way it's already been that long again. How quickly is time passing? Thank you though. Thank you very much. I have no idea. Damn. Didn't even know you were gonna stream now. I was AFK, then noticed you went live. Yes, surprise stream. 17. It might be that it was delayed. Maybe that might be it. The resub might have happened and then you sent the message late and that's, yeah, that makes sense. Still. Thank you so much. You know I appreciate that. I mean, you don't have to. There's plenty of other good streamers who would probably benefit from your sub. Let's face it. But you wouldn't catch me dead complaining about it, obviously. News on a weird day. Ah, I see, I see. Ah, thank you again. Ah, man, I really wanted to watch more of your previous stream, by the way, but I was kind of lurking for most of it because, again, now that I actually purchased the Pokemon DLC, that's all the more reason why I shouldn't spoil myself before I actually play it. So, yeah, I should probably get started on that, because if I don't get started on it, then purchasing it was a waste. So, yeah. Streams again, because then it's better. Fair, you don't sub while they're not online. No problem. Again, though, I'm looking forward to seeing all the new stuff. Come to say hi, then leave, because I'm tired as fuck. You do that, Deadly, you do that. Thanks for checking in, though. We can do group quests? Ooh, that sounds interesting. That sounds very interesting.
Hey! It's full of script lines! And sketches too!
But for now,
Like they show where the different
I'm busy
parts
with
should be placed
Genshin.
on stage.
We'll see, maybe
Let me
next
take
week
a look.
I can
Maybe
finally
there's something in
marathon
here
through
from
the
after she was
DLC. Obviously
Aha!
won't stream it,
I found
because I have
something.
plenty of other games to stream right
Whoever
now, but still.
discovers this diary.
Plus it would feel weird
Let's
streaming the DLC when I haven't streamed the
Looks
game.
like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentions the truth behind the experiments on
Can you
dissolving
get check
young
on it?
women.
Oh, I will.
If we'd had
I'm
the
still a little
chance
bit
to
behind. The
examine
Furina
this
story
notebook
quest was
carefully back then,
the Furina story
it would
quest
have
was
been
out a bit ago.
conclusive piece of evidence proving Vashey's guilt.
Vache took so many lives. It's still so unthinkable how many victims he had.
Yeah, but now he's
I
dead.
guess O'Reilly must have
And we
written
killed
all this
him.
down in the hope that her records would one day be of use to investigators. Wait, it cuts off.
Next banner is A? Ooh, okay. We'll see how much I can save up. I will try pulling for her, I think. Yeah, exactly for that reason. Another Archon. I've been saying that I will probably save up for whichever Archon comes next, and apparently that's A. I also want to get Nahida, but I don't know when she'll get a rerun. So yeah, pulling for A, I think it's time to do that. When the banner drops. Is something wrong?
Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left. Her final words are... I'll let you read them for yourselves.
Damn, what kind of final words are those? Alright, let's see. Someone else was taken. That makes 6, or perhaps the 7th. Someone tried to escape yesterday, but was caught. She hasn't been seen since. Was that yesterday? Maybe not. I've long since lost track of time. Sorry, I don't know if writing this is of any use, or how much longer I can do it for. I can already see my fate approaching, but what terrifies me even more is the thought of seeing others from the troop here. Have I truly protected them? Sorry, I'm so sorry, I can write no more. That's also new! Page turning. You always used to scroll through these notes, but apparently now you turn pages? Or is that just for this one thing? Interesting change. I think I have a fever, and my old stomach troubles have returned, but nobody has given me any medicine. I suppose I am more fortunate than Creasy. The pain keeps her awake all night. I suppose they think that anything goes so long as the experimental subjects can be used up before they die. It is so damp here. I have given her my blanket. So cold, so cold, so cold. As long as one persists, all things will pass. There will be a reward for hard work. I like to tell them such things, but it is I who am losing my grip. Just this one, pretty sure? Well, why wouldn't they make that a permanent thing? Or maybe that's all of them going forward after this point, whatever they introduce. And they just didn't rework everything that already happened, in which case weird that they changed it now. If anyone sees this, troop, safe, I, them, important, please farewell, apologize, life, perform, future, regret, Cleo. This page is an absolute mess, and the writer's pen seems to have wandered its surface at random. Only some words can be made out, and barely at that. From this page onward, the diary stops to be replaced with lyrics from musicals. Some are in the form of newspaper clippings, others are handwritten, with many crossings out and changes. It is apparent that the pages have been referenced often, and that this was the personal notebook of artistic director O'Reilly. He sucks at writing. Yeah, boo! Boo this writer. After her death, you know, as you do.
She was so terrified.
She watched a girl get dissolved right in front of her.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but at the end of the day, she was only human. I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been. Wait. This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
Which part specifically? The apologize thing? Flipping through the notebook, the lyrics continue. However, one page has been torn out, folded up, and placed next to the last blank page. At the bottom of the folded note are 2 new lines O'Reilly has written, in handwriting much more legible than before, but it seems that they took her both great effort and a great deal of time to write. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want? Because I am an older sister to them. I love them. So are we saying that she remanifested in human shape? Is that what we're saying here, perhaps? Very sus. Very interesting, though. Reveal your secret to no one. Suffering and loneliness.
If you become human, you can.
It is also
reveal
very
your
similar to
secret
like
no one.
Furina's story of her not being
You will
able to
face
tell anyone her
suffering
secret.
and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Isn't that the most important line in the Little Oceanid?
Because I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision. Even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come. I'm sure this is what the troupe would have hoped to hear as well.
Well, damn, now we
She
got
had their
the ending
utmost
for their
trust,
play. So they can perform now.
admiration, and love.
Gotta be
And
positive
she
here.
truly deserved it. Let's go. It's time for them to learn Director O'Reilly's final thoughts.
Alright, we're going immediately. No use delaying, they need to hear this. Or see this. Whatever. And then they can finally perform their final performance, if they still want it to be their final performance. We'll see what they decide. Maybe they'll keep going after all. Knowing the director's final words. After reading through the notebook, some are lost for words, some weep bitterly, and some grind their teeth and howl with rage. A long time passes before the group is able to calmly come together and finally make a decision.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
Yeah, although we never
She did
quite
her
picked up
best
on
to
that
protect
trail
as many
in
people
time.
as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself. We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary. Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance to make this a show worthy of our director.
Well, there we go.
I won't ask
Can
for
I
your
see
forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director Aurelie and her alone.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus. I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
We just know these kinds of things, okay?
Don't underestimate my experience. After watching a countless number of musicals, I've learned one important thing. If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance.
Yeah, she knows a thing or two about,
And
about
aren't
immersing
human
herself in her
emotions
role.
Love, hate, regret, and hope. Just the most
I mean, after
mesmerizing
500 years of
things in this
pretending to be
world.
God.
I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss Furina. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
Then, let's not delay things any longer. We need to discuss the details of the ending and get it nailed down once
No, I
and
think
for
you
all.
already have your ending. You just need to
Actually,
adapt it
before
properly.
that, I'd like to make a proposal. During the curtain call, please allow me to use the director's name instead of my own.
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was originally meant to be played by the director. I'm just filling in for her.
Ah.
Besides, a role commemorating her life should be associated with her name.
Well, if you're sure you're okay with that, I have no objection to it.
Can we see the show, though? I want to see the show now.
Like a serious acting troupe.
I probably have to time skip
I'll leave you
until
to
they are
fine-tune your
done.
musical while I go and procure a stage.
Right?
Here a stage?
Time skip, probably. Maybe.
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
Who said anything about your
That
usual place?
Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary
Of course we're going to the
show,
Opera
we
Epic
need
Plays.
An extraordinary stage. By which I, of course, mean the Opera Epic Plays.
Oh boy.
Wait, what?
They're going on the big
No,
stage.
That's never going to work. It's far too fancy for the likes of us.
What
Oh,
are
but
you
it is
afraid
gonna
of?
work.
Surely you don't think
We have
that
connections
Aurelie's
to the
story is
Udex.
unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine.
No, that's not what I meant.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
Go big or go home.
I have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you?
I mean, look at it this way. What if you mess up? It's your last performance anyway. Not like you
I'll
would ruin
take
your
silence
image.
as a yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It really is a dream come true.
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too.
Okay, yeah, okay. It's gonna be bad
Come
for
on.
Furina, but
We'll need to get the go-ahead from
You
Navia.
know.
I know just where to find him.
in my party. No, he's not in my party yet. But he should be. I'll add him eventually. Actually, I won't because I've decided to add Furina instead, and I don't need 2 Hydro characters. But Nouvellette could be a good addition to my secondary party. Because, let's face it, I'm gonna need 2 functional parties if I want to challenge
Hey, look at
the
that.
Abyss properly again.
Looks like I guessed right.
You were just guessing?
Well, it was fair to assume he would be around here somewhere. I mean, he works here.
I knew you'd be here.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Furina. And you too, Traveler and Paimon. What might I assist you with today?
Well, you see,
I
we
would
need
like
a
to book
stage.
the Opera Epicleus for an event. You see,
You share the story of the little Oceanid with Nouvellette along
I
with the
understand.
backstory.
A process for booking the Opera Epiclese is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the request is coming from the three of you, I see no reason to make things unduly difficult. The story of the little Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it
And the
performed on
Udex
stage.
himself is also going to
Will
be
say,
watching.
however, that I am
Perfect.
surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
It's not like she's going to be performing.
What do you mean? Do I look excited?
Yes. And this is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them.
Yeah.
So I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and well, here we are.
Again, not like you're
In
performing,
the
but
past,
still.
we sat in our
Unless
high chairs in the
special
porch,
guest appearance.
giving our opinions on isolated cases, all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one. Maybe it's because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom, but I've developed a great sense of curiosity about their lives.
I am truly delighted to see you find a new lease on life. Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts regarding a return to the stage?
Ooh.
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Because special guest performance by
Well, if the
Furina
little
would be
Oceanid turns out to be a
appreciated.
great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater companies are certain to add it to their repertoire. The experiences and decisions of the protagonist Cleo are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role. It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audiences to enjoy your outstanding acting talents once more.
Haven't I already made myself clear? I won't act or perform in any role ever again.
Guess we were a
No
bit too pushy there.
exceptions. Nor do I think it is any great shame. There is no lack of fine actors.
But come
or
on, 500 years of
inspirational
experience.
stories,
Of
either
course
on
it'd
or
be a
off the
shame to
stage.
miss out on that.
This experience is a case in point. I feel like I've learned a lot, and it has already been well worth the price of admission. I must admit, though, I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not. I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail the relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
Thanks, Nervalette.
Alright, so do I have to time
You
skip
are
now?
very welcome.
I assume I have to time skip. No, not yet. I have to return with the news first. Then let's return with the news first. Alright. So you get the stage. I hope you are happy.
Good news, everyone. It's done. The Opera Epiclese is booked. Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Neuvillette
Sure.
was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance. We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity, but we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance. A touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast.
But let me
Now,
see it now.
Let's work together and make this show
And
the
there's
best it
Rob.
can
Hello.
be.
This is truly wonderful.
Study?
The sooner we
Alright,
can
you
finalize
study.
the ending,
Go.
the more time we'll have to rehearse.
I just
Fiamma
hope
and
you don't
just
miss
went
the
over some
show.
parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation? That's great!
No.
Communication
Okay,
is vital
sure.
to any good performance.
Look at us. We've come so far. I never could have pictured
Going a
this
bit.
scene a few days ago.
Damn.
It's amazing.
Gotta hurry.
Even though Furina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all, she's really fired everyone up.
I'm really looking forward to the final production. bit
Please feel
coding
free to
reference.
give us any comments or suggestions you
No.
have. We really value your input.
Hey, Loic, get over here. Time to practice the opening number.
I don't want to watch them practice. I want to watch the show. Although it does look nice. Hey. You're just happy it works again. I know. I know. Rob, please. We're watching an amazing performance. Oh! It's time.
She stole the waters of life from us.
It's time.
She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
Do this
Take
any
it
other
hostage.
time other than
If
the
Cleo
performance,
wants him back,
please.
she'll have to show herself.
Leave this place, oh little Oceanid, and never, ever look back.
Spinner, if you're still here, are you still upset at the pronunciation? I'm sure you are. I am sure you are.
Everyone's really
Someone
throwing
needs
themselves into their
attention, I
roles.
guess.
I haven't seen such a fine
Thank you.
performance in a long time.
And of course it still bothers you.
If only.
If only a certain someone with blue hair
For her to take the stage.
could finally step.
Now.
Hey, what's going on? You're due on stage any second now.
No further comment on that yell.
Oh no, not again. But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
They've been getting less and less effective over time. I've had to keep increasing my dose.
Guess she's
What?
dying.
I thought they cure it. So they were only managing your symptoms?
So wait.
I figured whatever.
So
it took
first
to
the
get me
director
through this
died.
final
Now the
performance.
person taking over the lead
How
role
could you
for
do
the
this to
director is
yourself?
dying.
And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health.
You just cannot get the lead role in this, huh?
I've let everything.
Oh my god, I get
down.
it. Furina is gonna have to step in after all. That's how
This
it's
is a
gonna go,
conversation for
huh?
another time.
Cursed
How can the
position
show go on
apparently.
without its star
But I guess
performer?
that means it's time for Furina to step up.
Miss Furina, I'd like to make a request of you.
I'm
Say
sure
no
she
more.
won't die,
You need to
right?
rest. I know what you're going to ask. Loic, your character has no more
She's
scenes.
gonna die. No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I think my
yes.
scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it. Why?
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest. I'll sing the finale.
Let's go.
From
Furina
the
time.
sublime to the ridiculous. After all that, everything's come full circle.
Thank you, Miss Furina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
She's
She's not gonna die, right?
Never mind.
All right.
What's done
Anyways,
is done. It's really my own fault for getting in too deep. No one likes regrets, myself included.
Way to
Leave it to me.
improve the
I've
moment,
wanted
I
to read her
guess.
so many times that I've learned Cleo's part by heart.
Rob's
I do
broken,
not doubt your
isn't
acting
he
skills,
always?
But please allow me to ask just one more question. After all, this show is dedicated to the life and legacy of our director. What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly?
Alright.
It's her pure heart. Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure, she never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
Well said.
Alright.
I leave Director O'Reilly in your hands.
This better be animated. It's a story quest that there has to be at least one animated cutscene. I know we had that image slideshow earlier, but that doesn't count as an animated cutscene. This has to be it. Let's get ready for it. For the big show. Does it not? Oh, never mind.
Must it get here?
She's not coming!
You're wrong.
So that's how we're doing this then.
She's here.
Hey.
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le monde serait-il plus beau? Me pardonneras-tu, ô chère mère? L'eau dans son courant fait
Rob, sincerely, go fuck yourself.
ainsi que toi, mon doux amour.
And yes, in French.
But what about your wish?
My wish.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
I do like the fact that they sung this in French too, considering that, you know, Fontaine. French equivalent of the Genshin world. That is not just part of the play, that is her just getting a vision now, huh? I think that wasn't just part of the play. Furina has now obtained the power, right? Because I know she didn't have a vision up until now. And Rob, I'm very proud of your 7 remaining brain cells. You are saying, gimme? Yes. Why is Paimon... Why are we and Paimon on stage? That doesn't make sense.
Furina on the stage just now.
COVID separated, yes, far apart.
And she just appears out of nowhere? Gotta say, though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name. What's going
No,
on?
no, that's her name now. She
I don't know.
adopted it.
Maybe it's just a doppelganger.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognize me.
Yes, hopefully not too many people
It's too
recognize
bad
the
that I
god
had
of
to
their
break the
nation.
one clear rule I'd managed to make for myself.
Who's
Even
been there
if I
for
had no
500
choice.
years. Supposedly
Still,
their god.
I have to admit that.
Yeah, she has the vision now.
It felt good to be back on the stage again.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Furina.
Ah, now she gets the name call. You fool!
That's not what we agreed on!
Nation.
Oh, so it was Furina after all.
Oops, get called out.
Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me first.
Honestly, she
Alright,
should be
calm
happy
down,
that she has a
don't be
vision
mad.
now. She actually has
This was a group
powers.
decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged.
She didn't have that for a
After
long
all,
time.
It's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
Yes, I know the rule, but it should still be applied on a case-by-case basis. I wasn't ready for this yet.
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
At most, you might be asked to sign a few autographs later.
Oh, yeah? Well, since you think it's so easy,
You can sign them for me.
I don't think that counts.
Chat and all, but can we talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show?
Yeah, sure, just do a flip.
Paimon a heart attack. Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
I've got no idea what happened there either. But hey, it worked pretty well, didn't it? I'll bet the audience has never
Damn.
seen such a realistic prop.
Yeah, totally a prop.
Wait, what about Dolphy? I wonder how she's doing.
What?
Let's go check on her as soon as we
She
finish
got the
filming.
vision.
Yes. Plus,
That
she'll definitely
was
want to
originally
hear
a
how the
pretend
end of the show
vision.
went. If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished what
You
was
just
asked.
suddenly unfollowed everyone, Hashbinner. Alright, time for a little bit of a checkup. Final part of these quests. And then we're moving on to the new story quest. Missions how that worked. Yes, it would work. For you everything works. Because that's just how you are. Navia? Yeah, Navia has a story quest now.
You're back.
That I have to start.
She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication. From experience, though, I'd say she still needs a few more days of rest.
How did the performance go? Was it a success? Did the audience like it?
You'll be glad to know it was fantastic. Also, you're not gonna believe what happened while Furina was on the stage. You'll probably be able to read all about it in the Steambird first thing tomorrow morning.
You could also just look at her and
That's
see that she has a
wonderful.
vision now.
I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end. I guess I was wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
No, don't worry about it. Like they told me after announcing my name during the curtain call, everyone's work deserves recognition.
1 to 2 subjects?
Even though you couldn't see it through to the final scene, the audience
Damn.
was very impressed.
Try to save
by
at
your
least one. I don't know how it works for you, but
It's
maybe you
safe
can
to say
still
that you
squeeze
made
by
your
if you're
mark
only
on
banned
this
in one of
memorial
them.
show.
Well, one way or another, we did it. I've had bad luck ever since I was born. So
Oh
I
wow,
never
so she's
expect
the
things
opposite
to
of
go
Rob.
smoothly in life. I'm
She just like
happy
me
to
for
know
real,
that
for
we
real.
went out on a high note. That's all that matters.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we? Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Oh, don't you start. I don't have the energy to argue
Also
with you
interesting.
right now.
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each other.
Why was failing?
I don't
What?
know what you're talking about.
You mean we
What?
never stop arguing with each other?
Well, why I was failing, I assume? Foot gone burr? Alright, that. Yeah, I remember.
So,
I remember you
any
talked about
plans
that.
for the next step?
But I hope everything's
After
well
the
now.
brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your troupe is sure to spread through Fontaine like wildfire. You won't have to disband if you don't want to. You could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the Little Oceanid to the bigger theater troops out there. That would do wonders for your financial situation.
Ah, but they're not sellouts.
No, we should still disband.
Yeah, it's what we all agreed to.
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space. But maybe our paths will cross again one day.
Hey, don't just walk off!
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe.
If anyone else wants to join.
After watching Miss Furina's performance, I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
You should do it. It suits you. I'd originally hoped to keep performing too, but I don't know if my health will allow me to.
Oh, so now you finally got your priorities in order.
Yeah. Only took
I
dragging
guess I'll
Furina
hold
onto
off until
stage.
you've properly recovered as well. What about you, Miss Furina? Any future plans?
Well, frankly, I think a return to obscurity is no longer an option for me. I'm sure a slew of consultancy requests will hound me wherever I go until I finally acquiesce. You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
Sorry.
Damn. You're lucky she's no longer the deity of this nation.
It's quite all right. No need to apologize. What I meant to say is that this whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I'd previously imagined. Maybe Nervilette was right. Maybe Cleo is the right role for me. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to express myself. So, maybe the show will go on for me after all.
Just do whatever feels right to you, I guess.
There was once a time when I was an actress
Furina Aqua fan art.
seeking only
Turn the
high
not
truth.
actual goddess into a useless
But
goddess.
From now on, I want to spend my time learning real stories about real people.
Don't most
and
schools with
how they
stairs have an
touch the lives of
elevator?
others around them.
Like, that only
I
staff can
want to
use, but
watch
you can
them
usually ask them for the
blossom,
key?
wither, see them refined on the page, retold on the stage, and remembered long into the future. I'm sure this is what captivated director O'Reilly as well.
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your true calling. The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover what a fascinating place it is.
Us doesn't. Your school legit doesn't have an. Okay then. Wow. Sounds like a lawsuit, to be honest. Damn. Honestly, I was always under the impression that any school that has multiple floors does have an elevator. Even though students normally aren't allowed to use it, I was always under the impression that there always would be one. That really sucks. At least no need for a lawsuit, but still. Next time I'll invite you to join me.
Then it's a deal. If a vision is a gift from the gods, then I should do my best to honor it.
There we go. It is done! Now finally, the Furina I have is actually canonical, because she has the vision. I still need to level up her talents at some point. It's only fair. I mean, considering I want to add her to my team, I need to make sure that sooner or later she's triple crowned. But in order to get her triple crowned, I have to grind so much. It's gonna take a long time to get her triple crowned. I know how the charge attack works for Furina. I know if you use charge attack, it changes her skill. From multiple summons that attack to one summon that heals. I am fully aware. It also changes her hairstyle. I am fully aware thanks to Spinne, who showcased that to me before I actually got her. Boom! Accept quest. Actually, you know what? I don't think it changes her clothes, but you know what I'll do? Let me just weapons switch. How good is this weapon again? The Favonius sword? Or should I just give her this weapon? I don't know. I think the elemental particles wouldn't be that bad. Sure, I'll give you that for now. artifacts, just like find something that works. I'm just gonna use hydro damage bonus, crit rate and crit damage. Sure, why not? That doesn't sound too shabby for her. I just need to find some that's a little bit decent. Crit rate and crit damage is always a good combo. That's usually what I try to aim for. Mastery, energy recharge, maybe. Glowy weapon looks better. Yeah, agreed, but still. You know what, I'll just do this. Ow. It doesn't have to be a perfect set. I can grind for artifacts specifically for her another point once I actually know what artifact set is best for her. For now, I just want to make sure she's decently equipped. That's a good crit damage. Yeah, I think. Again. Oh, also thank you for the hydrate. Only makes sense considering I'm building the the hydro character right now. This one. Sure. Again, doesn't need to be perfect. And now I will just put her on my team. Because I do plan to use her eventually anyway. Damn, Red Hoodie quotes coming in again. Interesting. And there she is.
I knew you'd miss me.
Welcome to the team, Furina! Hello, Furina! Amazing. And now, boom! Long hair. Oh, true, her clothing does change. You were right. You were absolutely correct. Her clothing also changes. Intriguing. The white instead of the black, okay. I see it, I see it. Now, where were we? First things first, I can kill... I already did claim the key. Alright, now let's actually move on to the quest. You know, the thing we're here for? Are these people? Other streamers, of course, of course. Who we've raided before, I think. Exclusively people we've raided before, I think. Now there's one problem with Furina. And you want to know what that problem is? As long as I have Zhongli's shield, I am basically invincible. Except the fact that Furina's summons drain the HP of my team. So even though I have this invincible shield, I can now still take damage as long as I use Furina's skill. But it's fine, it won't be that bad.
Well, if it isn't my dear partners. That voice! It's Navia!
It do be Navia, yes.
I didn't expect to run into you guys here today. Are you headed somewhere?
No plans in particular.
How about you, Navia? Are you still busy rebuilding Poisson?
We've wrapped up most of the rebuilding, but there are still a few things left to take care of.
Oh no.
Materials, confirming construction timelines, discussing compensation terms with families affected by the disaster. Between all of that, I've been making a lot of trips between the court and Poisson.
Yes, should Genshin add a new weapon type? Give us the almighty stick. Well, considering everything we've seen so far, especially here in Fontaine, isn't it about time for gun? I think it's about time to add gun. Should you really be the ones offering compensation?
Well, though the victims have received relief payments from the court, in my opinion, as the administrators of
being a
Poisson,
bit of a pain to
Spandy
cook.
Rosula should take some responsibility as well.
Well, I hope you can
Our
overcome
financial
that
situation
pain.
right now
And
isn't
I'm
the best.
not sure I
So
ever
all we've been
made.
doing is signing
Not sure I ever had
agreements for the
candied sweet
damages to be
potatoes. I don't
repaid
think
at a
so.
later date. Though just
I hope they're as
pieces of paper
delicious as
now,
you say they are.
demonstrate our commitment. They're necessary to restore the people's faith in us.
Whoa, spoken like a true president. You're a really responsible leader. That must be taking up most of your time, though, right?
Oh, you bet. Between that and all the other errands I have to run at the court, I'm always forgetting one thing or another. So before I came over this time, I took a page from Elusa's book and decided to make a list of everything. This way, it's easy to see which tasks you haven't checked off.
I will now correct some things that I said. Crystal Nugget and Sensei Bean, I'm pretty sure I haven't rated. But yeah, there are those quotes. Super delicious, my grandma made them every holiday. Ah, I see. Maybe I'll have to look into those at some point and at least give them a try, because the way I mean, if you say they're that delicious, then it would be a waste not to try them at some point. Though again, if they're if they're annoying to make, it should be worth the effort at least once, probably. And then
Since Malus loved using shorthand, I
Gabe!
decided to also follow his example and come up with some shorthand of my own.
Gabe, how's it going? How was the rest of your stream? Last thing I saw, you cleared stage 1 using Ame, right? How has it been going since that clear? Hope it went well, hope it went well. But damn. You know, I have to admit, you playing that game made me realize I still have a lot to do in it. I should go back to it again. Because, well, I still haven't cleared every stage with every character. That's a lot of work, you see. Also, I still have to do shiny hunting in that game. We're talking about Holocure, by the way, right now. And the shiny hunting is just gonna be tedious. Because it's just gonna involve me doing the same minigame over and over and over and over and over again. At least I should have the rarest shiny so far. The shinies, yes, in Hollow House. I don't know if you went to Hollow House in your stream. But yeah, you should look into Hollow House at some point too. It's a nice little side thing. Shiny hunting in Pokemon, it is in a way similar, yes. But in a way also different. Damn. But I don't know what it is. It's worth checking out, it's worth checking out. Doesn't matter what character you go in with, stats literally aren't a thing there. But yeah, the thing is, I think my main problem is that there's one shiny that I got like 2 or 3 times, while I'm still trying to get others, which is super, super annoying. But yeah, also clearing every stage with every character is gonna be tedious. Especially, you know, considering when the next update drops, they're probably gonna add 2 more stages, which I then also have to clear with every character, on top of adding more new characters, with which I have to clear all the previous stages and the new ones. Oh, it's gonna be fun. Oh, I'm gonna die. Very excited to play that. It is pretty Pizza Tower. Ooh, I see, I see. That's a very popular one right now, isn't it? Also, thank you for the lurk, Rob. Thank you very much. So, anyway, Gabe, I'm currently playing the new story quest that just dropped, the Navia story quest. I used my well-earned key to unlock it, and I just got started on it. Now, again, you probably might lurk because of spoilers, Or you might stay because I don't know how far behind on story quests you are. As opposed to Archon quests. Then again, the story quest might talk about some stuff from the Archon quests. Up to you, honestly. Also, Deadpool, hello, welcome to the stream. Don't play, so you know what? That is very fair. So I might be ready soon anyway. Alright. In that case, I appreciate the lurk. You have supper.
I'm struggling to even read my own handwriting anymore.
That does sound like you, alright. So what kind of shorthand did you use?
Oh, wanna take a look?
Let Paimon
Drops last night. Ah, right. The drops are a thing again, right? And you can probably get drops on this stream right now, too.
a piece of kelp wrapped
I know who Navia is. Yes.
Is it supposed to be a boar in a box?
The first one has to do with confirming the final payment amount for the fishermen, while the second one is a reminder to try the new burger that just hit the market.
You burger?
Okay.
Paimon's listening, right?
Definitely see how you might forget what each of these mean.
But how to... Yes. How to drop them indeed. Which reminds me, I have to watch some Genshin streams too. Which I can actually probably afford to. If I finish this story quest today, which I might, we'll see, then I should be able to watch Genshin streams for the drops without worrying about anything. Maybe just use standardized shorthand symbols next time.
Thank you for your advice. These are the kinds of things you only really figure out once you've tried them out yourself. I thought that as long as I understood my shorthand when I came up with it, I'd be sure to remember the symbols when I looked at them later. Unfortunately, I've definitely proven myself wrong.
Well, now you know for next time.
Yeah. So how can we help?
I should have already taken
This is
care
a
of
story
most of the
quest. I
things
need to
on
help
the
you.
list.
We need to
There are
hang
still
out
a few
right now.
symbols that I can't decipher, but I don't think they're anything too super important.
So that's how we help.
Worst comes to worst, I'll just make another trip.
Ah, so you're going to head back now?
And we shall accompany you.
That's the plan. Oh, actually, since we talked about the reconstruction earlier, want to come with me and check out the town for yourself? You said you don't have any plans, right? So we can just catch a boat and head over. It won't take long at all.
It's a bit sudden, but
It's not
Paimon
sudden.
doesn't see why not. What do you think, Traveler?
I'd be interested in taking a look.
Then
Yeah.
let's go. We'll take a boat over.
Oh, you mean the Aquabus, right? Like the Clementine line?
Oh, sorry. I meant our own boat. The Aquabus doesn't have a station near Poisson, so we'll use one of the speeders.
Oh, interesting. So I can back out of this here. I've still got something to do, so why don't you head over there first? No, sure, sounds good to me. Also interesting how they have yellow highlighted text here for it too. Now I know they use the yellow text to remind you like when you claim your daily commissions and stuff, but I'm not sure if they've really used the yellow text in like dialogue choices like this before. I don't think so. So that's a nice little change. It's Poisson. Alright, sure, sounds good to me.
Alright, follow me. I'll take you there.
Saves me the walk, I guess. So let's go. Someone who speaks French. Yes.
The engineer is still doing a few routine safety checks. We can head out as soon as we
Good
get
that
the
I'm
green
in the
light.
Genshin equivalent of France right
I
now.
always wanted to ask. The 3 Aquabus lines are all
And-
named after people in your family, right?
What was the next nation gonna be based
Yeah,
on
that's
again?
right.
The Fire Nation?
Palace and Navia are self-explanatory, while Clementine was the name that my mother went by.
I don't remember if they said what the Fire Nation was gonna be based on. I'm sure I'll figure it out when it drops. Spina di Rosula was one of the main sponsors for the construction, right?
If you provided the Mora to build the lines, then why isn't there even a dedicated line to Poisson? Spina di Rosula built all the lines, yet you still have to take a special boat just to go home. Paimon doesn't get it.
Well, what I heard is that most of our
Oh
businesses
no,
don't
I
actually
can't speak
use
French.
Poisson as a hub. So there was no real reason to build a line straight to Poisson. You
He's full
already
retro
added
called
into it
cute.
strange though.
Yes.
If you've already committed to build 3 lines, why not just add a 4th?
Yeah, that's what Paimon's saying. The Aquabus is so convenient, it's really a huge shame.
Well, it is what it is. You know what my father was like. Even I often struggled to figure out what was going on in his head.
Well, why don't you just build a new line? Well, something that big also wouldn't have been just his call. Perhaps the rest of the Spina didn't see a point in having a 4th line.
But that would only be the case if he cared about what others thought. My father was always really stubborn.
Damn.
Once he made up his mind, good luck getting him to change it.
Croissant and
I've heard,
croissant.
the
You're
rights
not
of all
really
the other members
French.
of the Spina only went
Of
as far as
course.
giving him advice or suggestions, and no farther. That included my mother, too.
Huh. Well, that explains why you weren't on the greatest of terms with him.
Yeah, because I wouldn't just let him keep getting his way.
What
was
is
just-
fair?
Not very agreeable.
Boss, the boat's ready. We can head out.
All right, then let's head out.
Alright, to Poisson we go. The place that was flooded. And where most of the population died. Braving the tides together.
It'll be a while before we get to Poisson. Let's keep talking.
You know, I could have just teleported over there,
Navia,
right?
what was your mother like as a person? Oh, Paimon, sorry. She totally forgot that you mentioned before that she passed away during childbirth, so you probably don't remember her at all.
Damn awkward.
That's all right. I've heard many stories about her from the rest
Very
of the Spina.
awkward.
They've always said that they were sure we would have gotten along famously. While my papa was stiff like a board, my mother was supposedly super cheerful and funny.
Oh, Paimon,
Their
you mother.
complementary personalities allowed them to make up for each other's
Your
flaws.
mother,
My
yes.
father would run the businesses and expand our reach, while my mother would keep the peace and make sure that everyone was happy.
Paimon immediately
Their
ruining
work made sure
everything.
that the Spina could grow and
Well, except she
thrive.
didn't ruin it.
Sounds
Thankfully.
like they were not just a well-matched couple, but fantastic business partners as well.
Yeah, but those are just
There's a
stories
crate
and
there!
anecdotes after all.
No! Let me go
It's
grab
hard
it!
for me to piece together a more complete or intimate picture of her. But sometimes I'd still look at the Clementine line and wonder, would the Spina and Poisson still be what they are today had my mother survived?
Can't.
Silver once said that a name is a
I will
kind
get
of
it eventually.
inscription, a way to etch a memory into the world. When given a name, a cold, inanimate object can gain a completely new meaning.
Are you just calling an
So,
unnamed child a
I will
cold and
always
inanimate
associate
object?
the line with her in my heart.
Rude.
Over the past few weeks, I've also begun to appreciate how water can take in and hold our most intense feelings and memories, as well as how one may reflect on their past by watching the sea. I've lost many beloved people and memories to the sea. Even though I cannot stop for them and must continue to keep moving, the fact won't change that they existed in my life and gave me the reason and motivation to move forward.
Oh god, we're bringing up the legends. I could just be like generic and say, do you miss them? But
Always. But no matter what,
I didn't even
can't
click
change
it
the
yet!
past.
I didn't even click it
Tell
yet!
myself that I need to keep looking towards the future.
I was gonna say we can
Everyone,
bring up
even my
Malus and
parents,
Silver, the
have
legends.
already overcome
I
so
didn't even
many
click anything.
obstacles. Besides, I'm the president of Spina di Rosula. I've got to keep my chin up.
What the hell? The game knew. It was like, your choice doesn't
We've
matter,
reached the
we'll just
shore.
keep going.
Let's go. I'll show you the new Poisson.
Genshin AI. Apparently so.
Navia.
I think it might be because we were like moving along on like that scripted path. So it was like, damn, we're making progress. If you can't make your decision within this limited time frame, we're gonna have to progress. Otherwise you'll arrive. before the conversation is finished. So maybe that's why the game just hurried us along there. She seems to be managing.
Okay. Paimon supposes you're right. She's really been through a lot. It couldn't have been easy shouldering so much by herself.
Alright, we're here. This is the place. You know, it was really no wonder that this area was flooded and many people died. It's moving like an... Yes, that is exactly what happened. But yeah, honestly, considering that... Again, they knew the legends. They know that the water levels have been consistently rising here in Fontaine. They know that that's always been a threat. And yet they choose to live here. In a cave. Next to the ocean where water is already flooding in. And then they wonder. And then they were surprised by the fact that a lot of people died suddenly. Dank and moist. To be fair though, it does look pretty nice here, so I can kind of get it. I too would live here even with risk of imminent death. Mainly because you can escape the stupid sun. Cryptid behavior.
Boss, you're
Again,
back.
though, I can't blame them.
Traveler and Paimon, welcome back to Poisson.
Oh, hey! Fancy seeing you again, Florent. Is it your turn to take care of Navia now?
Hey,
There's risk of
I
rain.
can totally
There's
take
risk
care
of rain
myself.
too?
For the time being,
Haha,
I'll go around
get
without
it.
any attendance. We did hand over some of Malus's old responsibilities to Florent, though. It's been really nice to have him around to help out.
Thank you for the compliment, boss. As you see, I've been working closely with the boss on rebuilding Poisson. Mr. Malus was an extremely capable and respected member of the Spina. I've got some really big shoes to fill.
Yes.
All right. There's no need to be so formal. Everyone's practically old friends by now. Were you waiting here for me? Did we manage to make any progress on the statue?
Roll the
Yeah,
R.
we contacted a sculptor about the job, but they can't get started on sourcing a correctly sized block without knowing the design that we want to use first.
I mean, I know that's how you're supposed to pronounce it, but still.
So basically,
I'll let
we've
them
been meaning
pronounce
to
it
commission
for
a
me,
statue
it's
of my
fine.
parents in commemoration of everything they've done for the Spina and the town of Poisson. But
little bit of
since my
phlegm.
father was known as callously unfaithful for the
That's
longest
so.
time, it would have been too controversial to commission a statue of him. But now that his name has been cleared, and the town is also being rebuilt, I thought this would be the perfect chance to actually realize
There
his
better be a
dream.
statue of him by the time we're
funds to
done with
build
the story
statue were
quest.
freely donated by the people of Poisson to show their appreciation for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callis and everything they did.
Shouldn't Navia be featured with them too?
Me? I'm just the
Back
newbie
fre-
president that's running
I'm learning
around
so
and
much
causing
today.
everyone trouble. Maybe we can have
Oh, the
this
Oratrice
conversation again in
Mécanique
a few
d'Analyse
decades,
Cardinal?
once I've done more for the town. and the
Yes.
people.
Hey, there's no need to be so humble. Didn't you just help save the entire
I too am a big fan of the Oratrice
I
Mécanique
agree
d'Analyse
wholeheartedly.
Cardinal.
I also believe that boss should have a place on the statue.
Hey, if you keep inflating my ego like this, I
Trying to
might
be the
just
statue of
float
Navia.
off into the sky
Please,
with my
give.
parasol. Just kidding.
That sound.
There's no way that I'd accept
It is
that
way
kind of
too good for
compliment
no
at face
reason.
value. At a minimum, I'd have to match what my father did for the people.
We heard you say it, we can make you sing. Can you though? You can't make me sing, you can only make me say the name of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal. I think it'll just be just a matter of time. Yeah, that.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. I just
Oratrice
don't
Mécanique
think I'm
d'Analyse
ready
Cardinal,
yet.
Oratrice Mécanique
Anyway,
d'Analyse
Florent,
Cardinal,
now
Oratrice
it's up to us
Mécanique
to confirm
d'Analyse
the final
Cardinal, hee hee
design,
hee.
right?
Damn it, TTS! You don't know a single bit of how to pronounce that! How dare you! Then again, I shouldn't be surprised. TTS can't even pronounce Sayori correctly. So why would it be able to pronounce the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale correctly? Ah. Like Cardinal. Alright.
We can ask the sculptor to start looking for a good block once we've decided on the poses for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callis. But we haven't had any real discussions yet on the possible designs. I feel like I should get a few promising designs first, and then send them over to you to review.
There's no need for all that. Let's decide on a design right now.
Like, right now?
Hey, you! Come over here with me.
Better everyone could flip? But what, why? Also me?
Modeling a few poses, of course. Here, just pretend to be Callis, and I'll be Clementine.
So you want us to pretend to be a married couple?
Like great partners?
Of course.
Well, then there's no one better to fill this role than my most valuable partner. Florent, let's grab some reference shots.
Damn, that reminds me, I want to do more Minecraft again. The series isn't dead. It's gonna continue.
Got any ideas?
I'll probably do another Minecraft week soon, just to get some more progress done. Shouldn't you be running this show?
Well, I've actually discussed it a bit with Florent before, but I could never come up with any fresh or original ideas. It's probably because my idea of them is already kind of set in stone. So, I want to pick your brain for a bit, and see if you can come up with some new and
Don't you dare spoil
ideas.
anything about World of Dreams,
I'm all
Rob.
good here, boss.
I am
Feel free to
warning
start
you.
posing whenever.
I mean, I probably don't need to warn you, but you know. Still though, I'm looking forward to World of Dreams Act 2 as well. Though, again, after I'm done with the current DDLC mod, we're going to be playing A Hat in Time. And after A Hat in Time, there will be a vote for what to do next. And yes, World of Dreams Act 2 will be on that vote. If it doesn't win the vote, then I'll do it after whatever wins. Seems like a good enough idea to me. It's very good. Oh, I'm looking forward to it then. Okay, then let's try something imposing. Start looking out into the distance. A happy looking out into the distance, maybe.
By that, do you mean as if we were standing on a boat and looking out at the sea?
Starts with U, ends with E.
Let's give
Don't you
that
mean
a
it ends
try.
with... Yeah, exactly, W.
You really remind Paimon of a captain and their first mate.
Yeah, fair vote, probably. I'm looking forward to that one as well.
As you can see, every tree on that island is dripping with mora fruit.
Of course. Thank you, Paimon, for
But
that
there's
input.
something off with the composition. This pose makes Mr. Callis look too tall next to the lady.
Too tall?
Oh, I see what
Did you
mean.
see our height difference?
Well, Paimon is a fan. A statue like this would look fantastic on a boat.
Wait, but we can't do that. Very few people would see the statue if we were to put it on a boat. This statue is meant to be placed in the town.
But then, since we're putting it in the town, the whole point of the pose would be lost.
Just make multiple statues. One for the boat, one for the town. Sure, let's try being happy, I guess.
Happy pose? You mean something like we were laughing together at a funny joke?
You already know that none of these answers are gonna be correct, right?
Would all that be able to come through with just a picture?
Would we even be able to tell what they are supposed to be laughing about?
They're laughing at the state of this town.
Probably be a massive pain to sculpt as well.
Could one of you try striking a pose like you're talking while the other one laughs?
Traveling main character. Laughing traveler isn't real, he can't hurt you.
Let's try something else.
Okay, let's try something imposing.
Imposing, huh? Oh, I've got it. Let's try this.
Ha ha ha! It's like, yes.
Pose. It makes me recall Spina di Rosula's glorious golden age.
But isn't
We are
Connie's
laughing.
pose a bit
Ha
too
ha 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 ha
bold
ha
and
ha.
heroic? Was she really that kind of person? If we were to stick with this pose, maybe people would wonder if she was actually the real boss behind the scenes.
Well,
And there we go.
tabloids
No
did
answer was
indeed
correct.
speculate
Kinda
as
knew
much
it.
back in the day, but the Spina pulled a few strings and
Hee
made
hee
both the
hee.
report and the journalist disappear.
Oh, Paimon was just kidding! Please don't make Paimon disappear.
What Florent meant was that we asked the journalist to choose a new alias. You're right, though, that this may not accurately represent the image of her in our hearts. Let's try to come up with something else.
And we're out of ideas. The shades. The shades really bring it all together. Please go for the look with the shades.
We tried a bunch of different ideas, but none of them felt right.
No, I think the shades were nice.
Oh, don't worry. We still got a lot of reference shots out of the session, and each of them can be considered to be a souvenir in their own right. Let's just keep the ideas we tried as backups.
I wear my
If
sunglasses
I knew I
at
was going to do a
cave.
photo shoot with the Traveler, I would have prepared a lot of outfits and props ahead of time.
Again, isn't this the perfect spot
Outfits!
for sunglasses and an
That's the
umbrella?
errand I forgot back in the city.
The cave.
Either of you still remember that girl? The girl I went to see with you two. Her name is Adele.
Oh, Paimon remembers her. She was the one that we met while investigating Mr. Callus's case, right?
She always believed that her father, Jacques, was a good person.
Yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about. So, after the case, she was finally willing to talk to me. And she
Well,
told
the
me that
singer
she wanted to join the
rolling.
Spina too. I said that
Yes.
it's fine, but young children
Adele
are not
the
allowed
singer,
to join the
of
Spina.
course.
She will just have to wait a few years, and then
Rolling
we'll
in the
welcome her
Seep.
with
No, we're
open
going
arms.
with Rolling in the Seep
Since she's
now.
still a child, though, she thought I was just trying to let her down gently. But how could I get her to believe that I meant what I said?
Also, I heard that word and I am
In the
immediately
end,
upset.
I came up with an idea. I'd have a Spina uniform made and give it to her as a gift. But I got so busy and distracted in the city that I forgot to pick the uniform up. So I did forget something important after all.
Again, good thing we can teleport.
Don't worry, boss. I can send someone to pick it up right away.
On the matter of the statue, we should still come up with a few more
Rob,
ideas
please
for the
just
design.
stop.
I'll have to trouble you to source some for me.
We could have just done that from the start.
At least this way we got some cool pictures.
Yeah, you're right. They'll have some value as souvenirs at least.
Also, hello
Navia,
Tormuse.
Florent, guess
How's
who's
it going? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well.
Huh?
Ow.
Aren't you supposed to...
Oh, well, if it isn't Coulter. Back already from
Ow.
the Fortress of Meripede?
That's right. I finally finished serving my time. Gotta say, turns out I was a lot tougher than I thought.
Fortress of
After I
Meripede
got
isn't that
out, I
bad.
immediately made a beeline
For a
back
prison,
to
it's pretty
Poisson.
chill.
You could say that familiar briny smell became a primal call, urging me to forget
Same
everything
old,
else
same
and
old.
just come back home.
That's good, that's good.
You wouldn't believe how much I've missed Melissa's grilled fish. I dreamed about it every time I had to get a welfare meal down there underneath the sea.
It's good to have you back, Coulter. You look as well as ever.
Forgot, gotta go. Alright, Rob, see you around.
Guy is-
Has the Genshin been impacted yet?
let
Oh,
me
we can
introduce
only
you.
hope.
This is Coulter, another of Spina di Rosula's members. He was found guilty and sentenced to the Fortress of Meripede some time ago. But, looking at it now, it was probably another one of Marcel's plots while he worked at the Confrérie of Cabrières.
Wait,
Painful,
Mr.
I'm
Marcel?
sure.
What do you mean? He was involved in
Yes.
some sort of plot?
Have you not heard anything at all about the water from the primordial sea case?
Well, I know that Fontaine got flooded, but then the water levels miraculously receded. I
Yeah,
thought
that
that was all
happened.
there was to it, and didn't care to ask for any more details. Do you mean?
Ironically, the
Mr.
people in
Marcel
prison were
was
the
somehow
safest from the
involved with all
flood.
that?
Because they were already
I'll
underwater.
have to explain everything from the top.
So they wouldn't be affected by the rising sea
Case.
levels.
A lot of things have happened in Poisson since then. First things first, let me introduce you to these two.
Some sort of
They're
plot?
my most trusted partners, and
Yes,
they've been with me through
indeed
thick
some
and
sort
thin.
of plot.
Now you could call them Spina di Rosula's VIP helpers.
Oh, nice to meet you. I don't recall Navia ever generously complimenting anyone like that before. So you must be pretty amazing to get that from her.
Yeah, we are indeed pretty amazing. But we've been cool since before we even met her.
Sure. Actually, I am amazing. You are just emergency food. I am, by the way, I think I posted about that on my Discord as well. I am glad that the emergency food running gag is still a thing. It's been a long time since the emergency food gag has come up in this game. And then recently I ran into it again. And I am happy. Paimon will forever remain our emergency food. I don't like the joke. Well, you don't like fun then. I like my food violent. Yes, very violent food indeed. What? On the blades of grass? Yo. Yeah, that would only hurt you if you're from Fontaine, though. And not anymore, actually, because the curse is kind of lifted and stuff. All credit to Paimon, I guess, to give Paimon some credit so Spinne won't come at me.
Wait, now you suddenly resist taking a dig at Paimon?
Nice, nice. Spina di Rosula always seems to attract great people. Oh, that reminds me. Where are Malus and Silver? Aren't they always by your side?
Oh, dude.
About that.
Dude.
Coulter, a lot of things happened while you were gone. As you can see, even Poisson isn't quite the same as how it was before you left.
Well,
They
yeah,
lost their
about
lives,
that.
keeping me safe during the flood.
Yeah.
What did you say? This isn't some kind of morbid welcome home prank, right? You're just scaring me on purpose because I don't know anything about what's happened.
Yeah.
But it's the truth. They weren't the only people we lost either. Many others, including Melissa, also lost their lives in the disaster.
Malus and Melissa, dead. They're just gone?
Yeah, fully dissolved. There's no body to recover.
Malus. I was planning to give him a surprise gift once I ran into him again in town. I can't believe it.
Hey!
Yikes.
Keep it together!
All your
Malus
friends
and
are dead.
Coulter were friends for many
Yikes.
years.
Yeah,
And
again,
even
not a
served
lot
on
of
many
people
missions together
survived
during
in
the
this
early days
town.
of the Spina. I can understand how he feels.
Well, to be fair, they did save quite a few people thanks to some
Let's
help
sit down
from the
somewhere,
F2P and
so
stuff,
I can
but
tell
still.
you everything that has happened while you were gone. Fair warning, there was a lot.
Okay.
Again, considering the whole thing about the fact that the sea levels were constantly rising, this was not the best place to construct a town. But hey, at least that should be over and done with. There should be no chance of that incident repeating itself. Hopefully. Because the prophecy has been, in a way, fulfilled, which means the sea levels should now remain stationary. Hopefully. Hopefully. Solve global warming! Yay! Also funny how only one nation in the entire world was affected by global warming. And all we needed in order to stop global warming was to execute a god. Navia explains everything that happened recently to Coulter.
All of this. It's unbelievable. I can't believe that those stories were real. It all really happened.
Only in video games, yeah. Imagine if it was that easy in real life. You just execute God and suddenly global warming has been stopped. Happiness noise. Had I not personally experienced all those events, I would also have found them very difficult to accept. Yeah, just carry it out in real life, exactly. Now, in order to give God the death penalty, how exactly do we drag God into court? How do we do that?
I think you and I both feel the same way about the profound tragedy of Melusa's loss. And the sheer depravity of Marcel's actions.
I thought Mr. Marcel would always stand by the Spina. Everything he had, the Spina gave to him. It's unconscionable to have received all that, and yet still plot to kidnap and dissolve you for his insane research.
I mean, he was an insane person.
The Confrérie of CodeErr is no more. Gone with them too is the entire synth manufacturing and distribution network. We finally closed the curtain on that long struggle.
Are you sure? But if Marcel wanted to rebel against us, he probably sent word in secret to Romeu.
To who?
Romeu?
Yeah, what Paimon said. Should I know that person?
Not a name I've heard before either.
Florent should remember him. You see, there was once a major internal dispute regarding funding the construction of the Aquabus lines. Romeu was the leader of the faction that thought such a vast sum of mora would be better spent improving the town of Poisson. But Mr. Callis believed that an opportunity to collaborate with the court of Fontaine and the Fontaine Research Institute was hard to come by, and would allow us to build many valuable relationships. Not only would the Aquabus be a good business investment, it would also boost
Not how you pronounce that. Shh, don't tell them. They also pronounce the word oceanid, oceanid.
The two couldn't come to an agreement. Romeu ended up taking a lot of people with him when he left Spina
despite the word, despite it clearly having the word ocean in it.
Extremely bad terms.
Ugh. And with Papa's stubbornness, I can definitely imagine how it must have gone down.
No, they totally know how to
He
pronounce
was
stuff.
suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous injustice.
I mean, they hired
Those
professional
relationships
voice
that he
actors
spent a
after
fortune
all.
to build didn't help in the least.
Romer?
Yeah. You could say it was the price he paid for sticking to his
Over?
beliefs.
Okay, very soft R. Well, that's nice in theory, but I know for a fact I'll forget it because the game won't pronounce it that way. Which sucks. That couldn't have been the first time a dispute like that happened, right?
Oh, that's a good point. If Callis was really as stubborn as you say, then wouldn't he have argued with the rank and file all the time?
Oh yeah. It eventually became a thing that just happened on every day that ended with Y. But Navia,
Damn.
boss, you might not know this, but he wasn't always like that. He used to be a lot better with taking counsel.
As I can
With him
describe it
listening to our
as in
advice
text.
and Ms. Clementine also
Totally,
frequently on
totally
our
fair.
side, it was pretty smooth sailing for a good
Getting
many
pronunciation
years.
across in text is
But on
always
the
a bit
matter of the
difficult.
Aquabus, even Ms. Clementine completely stood by Mr. Callis's side.
Huh. I never knew. But from my perspective, Romeu's position had a lot going for it. Couldn't they have sat down and talked it out?
I think the
course not.
Aquabus was just the straw that broke the camel's back. On that topic, they eventually came to a rather radical conclusion.
Which
They
was...
believed that Miss Clementine lost her ability to serve as an impartial mediator when she became pregnant with Callis's child.
So, they thought she had betrayed them? But that doesn't make any sense. Before she was their mediator, my mother was also her own person, and a member of the Spina. She should have the right to take any side she wished.
Yeah, but to them, even taking a side was betrayal enough. They felt like
Yikes.
their voices could no longer be heard once their sole mediator had gone over to the other side. Of course, Ms. Clementine then passed away, and Mr. Callis began to
I
regard the completion of the
wonder,
Aquabus
her passing
project
away during
as her
childbirth?
final wish.
Was that also
With
maybe
that,
part
the
of
last
that
hope of
dispute between
reconciliation
those
was
two?
gone.
I
So
don't
that's
know,
what
imagine there
happened.
was sabotage.
From that
What
point on,
if her mother
Romeu
passing
and his
away was
people cut
also
ties with
kind
the
of
Spina. They
murder?
never gave us any kind of professional or personal courtesy ever again. Perhaps they've regarded us as enemies ever since they left. But even so, there is still no proof that they ever acted in concert with Marcel.
I've also heard that they aren't in a good financial position, so they've been lying low for a while. But as long as they exist, they'll continue to be a threat.
So that's a threat we have to
I
take
think
out then,
Coulter's
huh?
got a point. Both Marcel and Romeo had my father in their sights for a very long time. Even though Marcel's faction has been dissolved, we still don't know anything about Romeo's whereabouts. If they're still trying to get revenge on us, with how distracted and vulnerable we are,
And that's when she
now
gets
would
sniped.
be the best time.
Good thinking, boss. We should keep an eye on them.
I mean,
at all
we know
times.
guns
I'll let my
exist
men
in
know
this
right away.
fantasy world. We know guns are a thing. This would be the moment where
Thank you for
someone
that,
snipes
Florent.
her.
And Coulter,
Shut her up
thank
for
you
good.
for telling me about this as well.
Don't worry, it's nothing. Do you have a moment right now? How about we go out for a walk? I've heard so many incredulous things today. I'm finding it a bit hard to calm down even
I
now.
saw that on the
I
artwork
mean, to
promoting the
think
new
I'll just
update.
never see them again.
Also, that means we're gonna get to see
in that
Ayaka
case,
again, which I'm
why
looking
don't we go
forward
back
to,
to the
but
court?
I don't know
pick up a
why they
Chelsea
decided to
uniform
give
while we're
her
there
a
as well.
gun.
It'll save Laurent's guys a trip.
And I don't
Want
know
to
if I
come with
want
me
to
again,
know.
You two? You don't mind, do you, Coulter?
Of course. That's fine by me.
Then let's go! Paimon feels like a lot's hinging on this visit.
Alright, we want to see the future star of the Spina.
We really are the best of partners. Come on, let's go.
Alright, let's go. Have you seen the new character? Upcoming character? Is it that one post called called gaming? Great character name. Not sure if gaming is gonna be as good a character name as Dr. Ratio. But damn. They're getting creative with the names. Again, Dr. Ratio being like the one thing where I'm like, damn, maybe I should put some time into Star Rail to get Dr. Ratio.
It's nice to walk from time to time, isn't it? Think of it as something like a hiking trip. Once we're there, we can stay a few days before we return.
Sounds good. I've
Again,
walked this road in a
look
long
at
time.
this. They built their town here. The sea levels are rising. This is the ocean. Ocean, direct waterfall into the cave they're living in. And they didn't think this was a dangerous move or anything. They thought this was safe. They thought this was a safe place to live. Sure. Oops. Well, I'm sure they must have had some kind of thought going on in their heads, but Alright. This is where you want me to go, game, huh? What are we doing here?
Well, we've walked far enough for now. Let's take a break.
We haven't really
Out
walked
for a
that
walk,
far.
We shouldn't stress too much about the destination.
I've grown old, so I'm not as fit as before. It's a good thing that at least my work down in the fortress was quite the workout.
Well, Paimon thinks you're doing great. We didn't have to slow down for you at all.
Back in the days before the aquabus lines were built, we often had to hike north with our goods, then catch a boat to the court. Malus and I must have traveled this way hundreds of times.
Sure, bring him up
Tired,
more.
would
Make
lay
us
down for a
feel
while on
even
the
worse
grass.
about the fact that
If we
he's
were
gone.
hungry, we'd catch a fish or two. The Spina was still on the rise back then. Mr. Callus was generous, and everyone had the chance to strike it rich. So, of course, we all worked really hard. And now, in the blink of an eye, the aquabus lines have been built, and this road has fallen into disuse.
I don't really think that's a bad thing, though.
Oh, I know. I was just being a little nostalgic.
Then let's stay here a bit longer. Anyone want snacks?
You got snacks?
Oh, is this another chance to try some of Navia's macarons? Paimon's been dreaming of them.
Yep, I figured you wouldn't say no to a few more.
I guess it's food time then.
Wait, let me check if I have all the ingredients.
Oh, we're making them fresh.
Malus and Silver used to take care of tasks like this.
Macaron. No. They totally pronounced that correctly.
Seems like we're all out of flour and sugar. The two most important ingredients of all.
Should I get some? Let me open my inventory. I've got tons of flour and sugar.
Oh, would you? Oh, but it would be too much to ask you to go on a trip just
I don't need to go on a trip. I have them in my inventory.
Don't worry, we cook out in the wild all the time, so he should have some stuff on hand.
Exactly.
Oh, that's great. Then I'll leave the ingredient gathering to you. As long as we have some sweet flours and wheat, I can start the baking.
I don't just have sweet flours and wheat. I already have them processed into sugar and
then
flour.
I'll prep the stove. Let's get to work,
Like
everyone.
I don't just have the raw ingredients. I mean, I have them too, but I also have it processed. There is really no need. Hey, in my bag for a minute and give it. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Let me see. What do I have in my bag? I'm not carrying anything with me that we could use for food. Ingredients should be in here too, right? In here, I think. There's rice. There, flour. I have it. I also have sugar. Really no need to worry about that. But in case they were worried, I also, of course, have sweet flours, which we use to make sugar. I have wheat, which we use to make flour. I have everything. I also carry 205 frogs in my backpack for some reason. You never know when you'll need 205 frogs on hand.
How did it go? Did you find the ingredients?
Frog legs, very French. Indeed. Actually, I don't even know. Are there any new recipes that they added in Fontaine that require frogs? Because if they didn't, then that's a huge wasted opportunity. And she really wants the raw ingredients, not the processed ones. Fascinating.
You've all done your part. Just leave the rest to me.
Navia bakes a batch of macarons to her usual gusto.
These macarons look and taste magnificent! Your cooking is as good as ever, Navia.
Boss's baking skills have always been famous. Everyone in the Spina knows how exceptionally talented she is.
Oh, it's just a hobby. There's no need to praise me for it like that.
Have you
But if it's delicious, it's
seriously never
delicious.
considered joining us? You're so close to the boss, and she obviously trusts you with all her heart.
There are still some important things we must do. I really want to poach me from the adventure. You really want to poach me from the Adventurers Guild now? We still got important things to do. Like, you know, finding our sister.
Yeah, I see. Is that why you have to always stay on the road?
Exactly, we're moving to the next nation
You
soon-ish,
just
maybe.
happened to walk in on our little reunion. It's actually been quite a while since we last spent time together. Adventurers never stay in one place for long. The name of Spina di Rosula would just tie them down. Besides, after everything we've been through together, I'm sure our hearts would remain intertwined even if we found ourselves on opposite sides of the world.
That's certainly one way of putting it.
Even if Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste of Navia's macaron.
I understand now. Then I am very lucky indeed to have been graced with the chance to meet the two of you. I will endeavor to make the most of this short yet fortuitous encounter, and enjoy every moment we spend together.
We've got no wine with us.
Great.
But let's still toast with water. in celebration of this moment.
And that's when they drink water of the primordial sea and all perish. Huh? Are we being watched? I thought I heard something just now. Was it just some small critter? I don't think so.
Doing? Quick, join in on the toast.
Right, cheers.
May your travels go smoothly. May the Spina continue to grow. And may our friendship last until the end of time. All set? Let's move out then. I asked some old acquaintances in town to make Adele's uniform, so we should be able to pick it up right away.
I should probably teleport over there. Because that is quite a distance. And then I will jump down. Wait, bit lower. There we go.
Hey there, Ludovine. How's business lately?
The Demoiselle of Spina de Rosula. I must say, your generous patronage is the one thing keeping me from going bankrupt.
Nonsense. We all know what a talented businesswoman you are. No, and don't forget, she's the boss now.
My mistake, my mistake. I just got so used to calling her Demoiselle. Are you here for the uniform?
So, is this entire story quest just gonna be us chilling?
To drop by earlier when I was
I mean, I
running
guess that's
errands around
another
here.
nice change of pace. No
I didn't
real,
expect Demoiselle to come and pick it up in
no
person.
real stakes by the looks of it so
just a
far.
uniform after all.
Even though we did
Any
hear
other
about that
folks
one
could have come
person
instead.
earlier.
Navia's always liked to take even small things seriously.
Hey, that's not the only reason I'm here. We mostly just needed a walk to clear our heads. There are few things more uplifting than taking the first step on a new journey.
Boss has got a point. Going on a trip with friends is always better than staying cooped up at home.
I don't know about that one, but okay.
Please, wait here while I retrieve the uniform for you.
I'm all for staying cooped up at home.
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the Spina?
She hasn't given me any concrete reasons. All she says is that she really looks up to me. After we cleared her father's name, she became a lot more cheerful and outgoing. It's probably because she now knows for sure that her father was never a bad person. She said she used to be terrified of Papa, so as a result, she found all the rest
Who
of
is
the Spina
that?
super
Is that the
scary as
person
well.
we talked about
But the Spina
before?
is very different now.
Is that also
She
the person
mustered
who
up
was
the courage
rustling
to talk
around
to me,
nearby
and
before?
felt like I could really understand her.
Is that also the person who's gonna line up the shot and take out Navia any second now? Again, guns exist in Genshin. The two of you have contended with similar circumstances.
Yeah, you could say that.
Boom,
And
dead.
covering the truth about the
It
case,
is a
I was able to
cryptid.
give her closure at the same time. She said that she wanted to become someone like me. Someone who could lend
Just
a hand
standing
to
in
others,
the background
instead of
ominously.
standing still and waiting for others to help her.
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful addition to the Spina.
I think so too.
Just look,
for now,
totally
Let's
not
focus on giving
suspicious
her
at
a
all.
great atmosphere to grow and thrive. She can commit to us once she's older, and can really make that
Yeah,
decision for
you
herself.
walk off. So I wasn't just hearing things.
Is something up, Traveler?
Someone's tailing us.
Huh? Tailing? Oh, Paimon's coming.
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
So we're just leaving him there alone? Okay, sure.
Them too. They headed up.
Stop right there.
Excuse me. Excuse me?
We knew you were going to be difficult.
Seems like if we want them to talk, we're gonna need to teach them a lesson first.
Combat time? Do I get to
Brothers,
try her out as a
there's
trial
no need
character?
to skulk in the dark anymore. Let's take them out.
Trial character Navia. I think it's time for trial character Navia. It is! Alright, first let's set some stuff up. Alright, Navia, let's see. Well, that was short.
Now, talk. Who are you? And why were you tailing us?
There was barely any time to realize the bonk that it was time for. Come on, if you're giving her to me as a trial character, at least give me some action. We've got people up above and down below as well. Flashy brawl in the streets. Very flashy, yes.
How did it go, boss? Are any of you hurt?
If you thought they stood any chance against us, you were sorely mistaken.
Honestly, I probably shouldn't have switched to the rest of my team. Navia probably could have soloed them easily.
There won't be any room for negotiation once the Maison Gardiennage gets
without
involved.
any, like,
We're
inter-character
looking to get vengeance on Spina di Rosula.
combos.
We were discovered and can't beat you in a fight. We admit it. We lost.
Get revenge? Wait, you're not Romeu's followers, are you?
You actually know that name?
So
But
what if
you
we do?
Then surely you should understand why we hate you so much.
I would advise you to calm down.
Indeed. You haven't got the faintest hope of winning right now.
We were out drinking when we saw Navia. We got so angry we decided to follow you guys and look for an opportunity to really mess up your day.
Well, you should have taken the
guys
shot from a
messed up ours
distance.
first.
You're lying.
Huh?
You followed us all the way here.
You're pretty sharp. But so what? We didn't do anything. And now it should be pretty obvious that we can't do anything to you anyway. Seeing you like that just really ticked us off. And we let the drink go to our heads.
Can't we just take them to court anyway?
Callus
I've
is
won
long
quite a
dead.
few of cases here
No matter
already
what
since I
happened
arrived
the
in
past,
Fontaine.
I want to be able to start things
What's
anew.
one more case, right?
I am the current president of Spina di Rosula. If your boss wants to talk with me, I'd be happy to meet with him. I won't press charges for your attack. That should also help demonstrate my sincerity.
Alright, I
understand.
guess no court case this
Thank
time.
you. I'll let our boss know.
But if you so much as think about pulling something like this again, I won't be so lenient next time. Understood?
All right. We get it. Come on, let's go.
So should we now be the ones following them?
Sure it's okay to just let them go like that, Navia?
I don't want to inherit my father's grudges, too. Moreover, when it comes to the Aquabus, I don't think what my father did was entirely correct either. If the other side is willing to talk, I'm happy to open the door for a reconciliation. Opportunities for new beginnings are all around us.
I support Boss's decision as well. The concept of an eye for an eye is a primitive practice that has no place in today's
Alright, everyone knows the saying, eye for an eye and the world goes blind, blah blah
We
blah.
already know that they're strapped for cash. If their financial situation is that dire, they don't have what it takes to challenge us. So this may be the best time to talk. I still think we should keep an eye out for Romeu's folks, though. If he decides to ignore the warning I gave his men,
Then we
could
kill him?
still have a fight on our hands.
Like either we kill him on the streets or we take him to
Those
court, in
guys
which
definitely
case
didn't look like big fans of yours.
he'd get the easy way out.
I'd rather things not go that far, since, though we haven't talked to each other for years, once upon a time we were all a part of the Spina di Rosula family.
Yep, that's
Take
how
him
I
to
feel as
death.
well.
Damn, imagine.
Anyway,
Also,
now that we sent them
Bunny
packing,
Boo?
we don't have to worry
I hope I
about
said that
those
correctly
guys
because
anymore.
there's a V in there. But thank you so
getting
much for the
late
follow and welcome to the
So why don't we
stream.
stay the night in the Fleuve Cendre? We can head back to Poisson tomorrow. I'll also ask someone to write Florent a letter and inform him of everything that happened here today, so he can increase security around Poisson and be on guard against any suspicious individuals.
But yes, hello.
Do we have to stay in the
I'm currently playing the new story quest.
There smell like seaweed.
Sorry, that's just what happens when you live near water and don't get much sunlight. Poisson's pretty much the same though, so I've long since gotten used to it. We can still go out in the evening for some grilled fish and drinks though. Bet you there'll be people singing sea shanties too. How does that sound?
Yes, nothing better than sea shanties. Let's
Pretty
go.
cool. Okay, Paimon's on board now. Let's go. Paimon wants to sing too.
Paimon singing sea shanties. Okay then, sure, why not? Why not? Paimon to be a foodie. Alright. We're here. Where's the sea shanties I was promised?
Coming back here really does feel like this place is starting to grow on Paimon. If you think about it, it would be kind of weird if the Spina's base at the court was some super luxurious building like the Palais Mermonia.
Yeah, just let them live in the sewers.
Totally.
It's nice.
Right on the money, Paimon. Although, of course, with the continued growth of the Spina, Papa wanted Poisson to eventually grow into a metropolis, not unlike the court. He was a very ambitious man, who rarely looked behind or beneath him. For better or worse, that always made him stand out.
I mean, again, if your base is in a is in a cave or in the sewers, there's not really much looking beneath you.
Why don't you go wait for me
There
at the
is not
restaurant?
much to look
I'll
at
go do some
beneath
prep
you.
and
You're
I'll
pretty
get
much
someone
as
to
low
tidy
as
up
you
your
can
room while
go.
I'm at it. You can use the same room as last time. You still remember the room number, yeah?
Yep. Kinda hard to forget when there are only so many rooms here after all.
Oh, did I just hear someone taking a dig at Fleuve Cendre? I'll tell my guys to stuff your pillows full of actual seaweed right now.
Oh, Paimon, sorry! Please have mercy, Navia. If you do that, then Paimon really won't be able to sleep at all.
I was just kidding. Be on your way now.
Of course, of course. Fontanian Mafia? Yeah. Except more legal.
Finally on the right path.
I guess we shall sit.
Just say what you mean.
You enjoy a fantastic meal as well as wonderful performance. The boys blah blah. As night slowly dies down, you'll find one soon here.
Are you asleep yet?
Again, I cannot read that fast. Please, Genshin, don't do that. Only make text that you can advance yourself when you choose so. Navia.
Oh no, not at all.
This
I
message
just
is flat.
figured that
I
since we don't
know!
get to enjoy nights
And it
like this very
annoys me
often,
so much.
should try
It
to enjoy
annoys
it to the
90% of Genshin players, I
Wanna
feel
go
like. At
fishing?
least the ones that
I've got
actually
some
kind
rods
of care
and
about
lures
the
ready.
story. Because there are also those who skip through it. And they don't mind that. But yeah, I, for one, don't like how quickly those messages flash past.
Hopefully I didn't wake you or anything.
Since the invitation's coming from you...
I knew it. You really are my best partner. Okay, let's go. To the fishing spot.
Alright. Well, hey, the fishing spot is over here. Why do we have to go there? Anyway, the closest teleport would be to swim. I get to swim again. At least a little bit. Again. Can we just talk about how beautiful Fontaine is? And how beautiful, like, a lot of this game is in general? Sometimes it's hard to believe that this game is free. And then you remember the abundance of microtransactions that you have to invest if you actually really want all the characters. And then suddenly it makes a lot of sense. Wonderful performance. Boisterous night begins to slip away before you know it, and as things slowly die down, you turn to your room of Paimon, but you soon hear a knock at your door. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
How can you call this fishing when you're using a fully automatic rod?
Also, can I get a fully automatic rod, please?
What's the problem? Lots of people in Poisson use rods like these.
Seriously, I hope we get to use one of these in the future.
But shouldn't fishing be all about, you know...
Because it would be nice to be able to automate the fishing
reeling
process.
in the catch when you finally hook something?
But I
Well,
doubt
that's
we'll get
one
that.
way to
I
enjoy
doubt we'll be
fishing.
that lucky.
What do you think, Traveler?
We'll probably always have to rely on manual fishing. Manual all the way. Automation is more efficient! I would actually fish, exactly! I feel like, again, I would fish a lot more if I could automate it. So by all means, automation is more efficient, please and thank you.
That's how I feel as well. To me, I'm happy as long as I catch some fish.
Honestly, Paimon's mainly shocked at how much energy you still have at this hour. Usually by this time of night, it's a struggle for Paimon to even keep her eyes open.
Huh. It might just be something that runs in my family.
Damn.
That's a thing?
Everyone pulling the all-nighters, huh? Again, though,
I'm sure you'd
I'm
get
more
even
of a night
sleepier
owl
if I
than I
delved
am
more
a
deeply
morning
into it.
person.
Anyway,
Which explains
just
why I am
thinking about
currently
how
streaming
grateful I am
at
to
1
my
a.m.
as well as the rest of the Spina.
Your mother?
My father always had a lot of unrealistic expectations for me. But the more that he tried to get me to become like him, the less I wanted to listen to what he had to say. My mother
Fair.
never had those kinds of expectations, though. I've heard that she had only one wish for me.
I will say
which was
fishing
that I would
mechanics
have
are
a happy
iffy in
and
any
secure
game, really.
childhood.
Yeah.
All the members of the Spina greatly respected her wish.
The
So
problem
no
with
matter
fishing
what I did
is
as a child, they were happy to humor
that
me.
you have to catch very specific fish, which can only be found in very specific locations, and they need to take take like a day to respawn,
into 2 rows
and you need
and
to
just
catch a
stand
lot of
silently
them in order
and
to
listen
get
him
specific gear.
Malus and Silver were always there too.
And if there was, and if you were able to automate that, I would probably do that more and actually get that gear.
Eventually, Papa must have recognized scolding me over trivial matters was pointless, because he eventually stopped getting on my case so often.
Paimon would have never guessed.
Yeah. Looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. When I was young, I often thought
Well, again,
that I
it's not the
could do
worst
whatever I
fishing.
wanted, because
But
there'd
yeah,
always be
probably worst
someone
fish.
there to clean
Damn,
up
okay,
after me.
Spinner, that's your opinion.
Once, I saw Malus come back wounded. He wouldn't tell me how he'd been injured, but I could tell it had something to do with me. I learned then that there's always a cost to making a mistake. The more you care about those around you, the more you should care about doing the right thing to the best of your abilities. Because
Alright, we're getting them lessons now.
if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes.
It must still be really hard for you.
Sorry. Sorry. I shouldn't have brought that up. I wasn't planning to talk about sad things tonight. Basically, I was just saying that the nurturing atmosphere of the Spina must have been my mother's legacy, rather than my father's. And if that's the only way that I can continue to feel her love, then I'd like to pass that warmth on.
Is that why you let those guys go today?
I thought we could just follow them back, you know?
Although, maybe there's a
Wouldn't
part
that
of
have
not
been
wanting
nice?
to repeat the mistakes of the past. I want to be reasonable, at least. Hey, look! I think you've got something on the line!
It better be something good. Is it another Paimon?
But why isn't the rod automatically reeling it in?
Oh, there must be something wrong with how I installed the mechanism. It was my first time putting one of those rods together. We can't let it get away. Come on, you two. Let's catch it.
I've done quite a lot of fishing. Do I have to play the fishing minigame now, or will it do it for me? This feels like, after some time, we finally managed to reel in the prize catch together. And look, this is how they should always do this. I don't know why, like, half the time they don't do this. Look, click to continue. Please, game, just always do this. They have the option to do it like this, but they just choose not to most of the time. Just get fish from expeditions. Yeah, but I want to catch the special fish. For the rest of the night, your rod continues to rack up catch after catch, while for some reason, Navia can't seem to hook a single fish. Navia is quite upset about her bad luck, but it's only when you begin to head back that Paimon discovers the real reason to the mystery of why she didn't get a single bite. No bait?
You didn't attach a hook to your line?
Oh, even worse. Not even a hook.
Stop wasting time! The boss ain't gonna wait all day! We'll go ahead with the operation tomorrow. Do with that information as you wish.
That fucking snake. Oh, that traitor. Was that... that was him, wasn't it? That was the guy.
Too, so I guess that makes it fair.
I think we have a snake.
If we're just talking about the number of missing parts, sure. Oh, never mind. Paimon really can't keep her eyes open anymore.
Sucks to suck, Paimon.
All right, go to bed. I had a great time today.
See you tomorrow, Navia.
See you tomorrow.
If you're not dead by then.
So how was last night? Did you get a good night's sleep?
Made me yawn too. The thing about yawns is that they're kind of contagious. It is very fascinating. Oh no.
Get it?
Huh.
Why are they contagious though? I hate it. And just where did you get that from?
I didn't know you had such a great sense of humor.
CodeErr, were you talking to a certain someone just now?
Anyway, let's head out. I'll arrange for a boat to take us back to Poisson. I'm sure Adele will be happy to see you two again.
Paimon hopes she'll really appreciate your gift.
I hope so too.
Curious. Now again, I have a feeling that we might have a traitor in our midst. But of course, I don't have any concrete evidence. I only saw the character from behind. But, you know. It's like to live in a pack. I guess so. Living in a pack means you yawn together.
Adele, we're back. We brought you a gift from the court, too.
Whoa! Thank you so much, boss!
Don't call her boss, okay, Adele? Just Miss Navia would be fine.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind. Besides the gift, I've also got another surprise. Guess who's here?
It's been a while!
Hello again.
Oh, it's you two. It has been a while indeed. Thank you so much for your help on Jacques' case. I've heard that you also helped save all of Fontaine. You're truly just like the great heroes of legend.
I mean, I am the main character.
Really amazing. And if Miss
Of course I
Navia's
am the
your
hero.
friend, then she must be super amazing too. What's in this thing? Can I look?
Of course. Go ahead.
And then she get the uniform.
Oh, it's a Spina di Rosula uniform. Is it for me? But isn't it a bit big?
You'll grow into it. Hopefully.
Well, it's a gift for future you. When you first told me that you were interested in joining the Spina, I was overjoyed. But It's the Spina's responsibility to protect everyone as well. Being a member means becoming involved in all kinds of dangerous situations. And since you're still young, I
But
don't want your mom to
still,
have
wouldn't
to
it have
worry
been
about your
safer to give it to her once
So,
she's
I
actually
turned you down then by
grown
telling
up?
you that you'll have to
Because you
wait
don't
until
know
you're
if the
older.
measurements will be
But
exact,
this
you
uniform
know?
is a promise that you can join us once you're old enough to wear it.
Oh, so that's it. Well, thank you so much, Miss Navia. I'll work hard and grow up as fast as I can.
But you can't really grow up faster by working hard. You've got to be patient.
Everyone, I'm really grateful that you remembered my daughter's wish and took it seriously. Thanks to the protection of the Spina, even though her father's no longer with us, we've still felt plenty of warmth and security.
Oh, it's the
Well, for
least
now,
we can
but
do.
again, someone
As
might
long
be
as
here
you
to
live in
backstab
Poisson,
some
even
people.
if you're not an official member, you're still part of the family.
Boss!
Alright,
Huh? Is something up, Florent?
we're getting
Got
attacked.
Something urgent to report. Romeo and his folks have gathered outside Poisson and even shipped in a huge pile of explosives.
What? Explosives? What do they want?
It seems like they've been planning this for some time. We started investigating as soon as we received your letter yesterday. But Romeo and his folks must have gotten wind as well. Because they abandoned their former posts before we could even check on them.
Yeah, because there's
We
someone
investigated their tracks
here
and found out that they're after Poisson.
who is a snake.
They have smartened up since we caught them red-handed at the court?
Seems like they've got no interest in sitting down and talking at all.
Yeah,
should have gone straight to the
Coulter,
Maison
I
Gardiennage.
wonder.
Sorry, I underestimated the
I
situation.
wonder
Well,
what's up
Too
here.
late now, I suppose. Florent, where are
Snack.
they keeping their explosives?
The
On the
absolute
hill to the
snack.
east of Poisson, near the Clementine line.
Wait, could that mean...
They want to blow up the Clementine line?
Not if we blow them up
Certainly
first.
Sounds like it.
We blow them up first,
Romeo
and then they
his
can't blow
followers
up
hate
the line.
Spina and everything to do with Callus. And the Aquabus was the source of their contention. If they manage to blow up the Aquabus line, all that rubble will come crashing down the hill and straight into Poisson.
Are they insane? There's tons of innocent people in Poisson!
We have to stop them. Or, like, the few remaining residents here will also perish.
Yeah.
The ones that
If they've
didn't
been
already
planning this
die
for
in the
ages,
flood.
They're definitely not going to let this opportunity slip by. We have to issue an evacuation order to the townspeople and get them as far away from the entrance as possible. That should save them from the worst of it.
Let's get everyone onto our ship. That should be the safest place.
My dear partner, can I leave the Clementine line to you?
Of course. Can
If
I leave the snack
explosives
to
do
you?
Go off, not only
Kill
would
the
the people
snake.
of Poisson be in danger, any aquabuses using the line would plummet to the ground. Let's stop their insanity first, then settle the score with them.
Got it. I'm good at taking people out.
Us, Navia. Please stay safe, too.
Also, I get to experiment around a little bit using Furina. Because
Let's go,
again,
you two.
now that I've
We've
added
got
her
to
to
act
my
fast.
team,
Miss
it
Coralie,
would be a waste
please
not
take
to
Adele
use
to
her.
the ship.
Watch out, boss!
Time to bash in some heads. Yep. And he tried it.
What do you think you're doing, Coulter?
He tried.
I thought all the annoying little hindrances had left, but I still couldn't get rid of you.
I mean, she has a vision.
You mean this was all a trick? So that you'd be left alone with me? Coulter, are you with Romeo too?
Yeah, in fact, he talked to him yesterday.
I get it now. You knew about their plans all along. You only told us they were doing badly so that we'd drop our guard.
Not quite. Though I share their positions on some issues, I've never cared for his more radical ideas. And that's because, out of the entire Spina di Rosula, I only hate you. Only
Okay,
you,
then.
Navia.
You better stick close to me.
So, where's that hatred coming from specifically?
Romeo promised me that he would leave Poisson alone if I could just take you out. But it was like you were glued at the hip to that pesky traveler. You never gave
And I
me a
would have gotten
chance to
away
make
with
my
it if it
move.
wasn't for you meddling
Romeo
kids.
has lost his patience. I didn't have to be here today, you know. But I swore that I'd kill you, even if it meant being buried with you in the rubble.
Why?
Yeah, good thing that whole rubble thing won't
Only
happen.
someone as clueless about the past as you would ask such a foolish question. You never saw the heyday of Spina di Rosula, nor did you ever live through the golden age of Poisson. But I saw it all with my own eyes, and then I had to watch it all die, little by little.
Well,
And it was all because of you, Navia.
and if you keep going like this, you're gonna die.
Clementine died because of you. Callus died because of you. Malus and Silver died because of you. And so many more dead. Everyone dead. All because of you.
Well,
So the
okay,
shocking
someone's
grief you showed
projecting a
us
bit here.
before, that was an act 2?
Sure, just
Now
spin
you're
everything
catching
on one person.
I heard Malus was dead the moment I got out. Did you know? Down there in that blasted fortress, I spent a long time thinking about what happened and resolving to apologize to Malus as soon as I got out. Back then, because of that aqua bus, we had a huge fallout. I was convinced that all he cared about was loyalty, and that he had completely lost his capacity for critical thinking. The years passed by in a blur after
Damn.
that. I thought I had finally begun to understand him, and that he could help me relive the good old days again. But then he died, and it was because of you again, Navia. It's always because of you.
So, are we just gonna take this dude out,
I
or?
once loved the Spina and Poisson more than anyone else. But what is left now of either besides death and ruin? You've single-handedly destroyed everything that was beautiful. Everything I've ever loved.
Again,
Don't listen to it,
you can
boss.
just keep playing
He's
the
just
blame
spouting
game. It's not gonna
nonsense.
change anything.
Have you ever considered that maybe the people around you don't actually care about you at all?
Well, you obviously don't
Ever
care, but
considered that maybe you only get respect because you're Callus and Clementine's child? That you've never done anything worthy? That you're just a big nothing?
no, she.
Considered that?
Jesus,
Maybe people
though.
don't stay in Poisson
Also,
because
yeah,
of
call
you,
her a
but
nobody.
only
Call her
because
nothing. She
they
has
have
a
those
vision.
beautiful memories of the past.
Visions
before
only
you
get
came.
gifted to very specific people by the gods.
There'll inevitably
The
come a
fact that
time
she has
when
a
you'll have to
vision means
face the
she's certainly not
consequences.
nothing.
And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes. Yeah, looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. But is that really why they support me? Is their kindness real?
Shut your mouth!
Don't start second guessing yourself here.
Miss Navia, and my mom loves her too. I don't know how to explain it, but I like her, and that's that.
I'm sure Mr. Malus would be extremely disappointed in you right now.
Oh, in fact, I'm pretty sure he would have
Managed to
attacked
pin
him
the
by
blame
now.
for every mistake and tragedy in our history on the boss herself.
Get out of the way, Florent. I don't want to hurt you.
You're gonna have to. Boss, there's no time for this. Stop hesitating and get out of here before you get buried.
Nobody's gonna get buried. I'm gonna stop this. While they're talking, I've already stopped it.
And Poisson like this.
I've stopped the
But
plan.
love
I've
that
killed
I
the
felt from
intruders.
everyone was just as real. I felt it. They've helped me get to where I am. And even now, I will continue to believe in that love. So let me show you just how much I love.
Or do
the
I
Spina
have
di
to play as
Rosula.
Navia again? This time without the rest of my team. Yep. This time no rest of my team. Who needs it anyway?
Feeling lucky.
Gun! See, if you don't use a gun on me, I sure can still use a gun on you. Gun.
Watch out. Attack.
Gotta love the power of gun.
This one's got your name on it.
And suddenly my team appears here.
Laurent, I'll leave the town to you. Summon the other members and help with the evacuation of the townspeople. If you find any of Coulter's accomplices, subdue them quickly, and don't give them the chance to harm any ordinary civilians. I can't allow my partner to face the danger on the
I have an idea.
alone.
We tie them up. I stop the people up there from detonating their explosives. Then we take the explosives to some empty area where there's nobody around. We take all the tied up people. We pile the tied up people on the explosives, and then we blow them up. Short while later, you and Paimon dash to the entrance of Poisson. Again, all the culprits tied up on their own explosives, and boom. Seems like a very fitting way to end that.
The waterway, they must have planted the explosives next to the support pillars.
Oh, that's what the emotionally charged speeches from a moment ago. Oh, crap, there's actually a timer here. I don't know, do I have to kill these people? I mean, I'm gonna. I'm taking damage again, how horrible. Alright, Furina. I know you can also heal, so do that now, please and thank you.
By royal decree. Dumpy dumpy go. He certainly brought a lot of muscle. They're really slowing us down. But if we're meeting resistance, we must be heading in the right direction.
Yep, that looks like the right direction, alright. Hello.
Stabilize.
La la la.
Also gotta love the fact how I'm just running around here blowing stuff up while right next to apparently pretty powerful explosives. Without a care in the world that I might actually accidentally detonate this stuff.
This is the control mechanism. How can we disable it? Oh, Paimon's too scared to touch any of this stuff.
What's this? A keyhole.
Huh? There's a strangely shaped hole here. What is it for?
Could it be some kind of keyhole? Perhaps. I don't know.
Oh, that certainly sounds possible. Maybe one of the people we just beat up has the key. Okay, you take this side, Paimon will take the other. Let's see
Heading in
what
the
we
right
can
direction.
find.
The true moral of the story delivered by Paimon. Yes. Also gotta love how the timer stopped. I guess everything is safe now.
Oh, you found it! That's amazing!
Were you still checking this person out? Oh, they have some money. I'll take that too. Where were you hiding that radish? That thing is... Do I want to know where that radish was at? I mean, I'll take it anyway. Money. Ah yes, money, a key, and a massive radish that he couldn't have possibly hidden anywhere on him. Are we sure that operating that... I'm pretty sure... Like, wouldn't operating this just cause it to blow up? Paimon, thoughts?
Let's turn off the device right now. We're running out of time.
We're not. There literally isn't a timer anymore. But sure, if you say so. That is in some guy's pocket. Yeah. Maybe I should have left it there.
That should do it, right?
Boom.
Navia and Florent should be able to relax now.
We should still check out the perimeter just in case.
Oh, you're right. They could have set explosives elsewhere, too. Let's go.
Suddenly, boom. I concerned too. Oh, animated cutscene. Things are getting serious. Isn't it? Speed! Power of Geo! They're just gonna blow up the entire mountain?
Great work, partner. Just leave the rest to me.
Watch out, Navia! You can't block them all!
Block? I'm doing this the Spina way.
Where does one get an umbrella like that? Also, didn't like 2 boulders actually reach Poisson? Unless she caught them like last second, but we saw 2 of them pretty much get there, didn't we? Magic. Yeah, totally magic, not a gun. It's magic. But true, she can also float using it. Having been alerted, the members of the Maison Guardianage arrive at the scene a short time later, probably to clear everything up, but again, that was way too quick.
I heard from Thierry that even there
out of his pocket, and we're all
They
like,
once
where the
were
heck did
part
that
of
come
Steven
from?
Missoula.
It's
Do you
amazing
plan to
how
settle
people
this
can just
privately
hide
with
stuff
them?
on them.
I have nothing more to say to them. Regardless of whether their hatred and anger towards me or the Spina was justified, anyone who's willing to endanger innocent civilians is no longer sane enough to even be worth trying to talk to. Please prosecute them
Very
in
valid
accordance to the
points
law.
here.
Spina di Rosula will not raise any objections.
Sounds good. We're very appreciative of your help. Without it, the consequences would have been far worse. All right, this operation is a wrap. Take him away.
We won, Navia! We saved everyone! And you were so cool!
Yeah. Luckily, we were just in time.
Feeling a bit fatigued?
It's probably because I expended too much elemental energy at once. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
But you usually glow up whenever other people compliment you. Paimon's not used to seeing you like this.
Boss, we managed to catch all
Turns
the
out he will be
infiltrators
the
in
next
town. The
backstabber.
Maison Guardianage is taking them away as well. Seems like Romeu really went all in on this mission. If he sent literally everyone he had, though, that also means we've caught them all too. We won't have to worry about them from now on.
Hopefully.
Got it. That's good at least.
And look who it is.
I can understand. how
Going
you
back to the
feel.
fortress?
The things that we lost. They're forever beyond our grasp now. And that makes them appear even more precious. I am not callous. And I will also never become him. The Spina and the Poisson that you loved are both gone. But I will not change how I feel about our future. I still believe that this is a great opportunity to start anew. I will spend more of what the Spina earns on the betterment of Poisson. What's more, I'd also like to propose some changes to the Aquabus routes.
Changes
so that
how?
one day, the people of Poisson will enjoy the boons it brings as well.
I know what you're
We'll
trying
never
to say.
get to see that though.
Mr. Callus
We'll never get to
would
see
never
an
have said anything
Aquabus
like
route
that.
going there.
There are too many things in life that are just beyond our control. In that, we are the same.
Henceforth, you are no longer a member of Spina di Rosula. But once you're discharged from the fortress again, you're welcome to pay another visit to Poisson.
Thank you, Navia.
Still hate you though. Thank you, but I'm still gonna try to kill you. See you then.
As I thought. Boss really is a kind and gentle person.
Still hate that word.
She is also, I must say, a truly unlucky person.
To the backstab
Thank you
yourself.
for protecting
Yes.
the Clementine line.
Revenge.
I was actually really scared, you know. I mean, even the Callus line won't be getting rebuilt anytime soon. If I'd lost the Clementine line too, I wouldn't know how to live with myself. A name is a way to etch a memory onto the world. Losing the line that bears her name, that I can see every day, would be like losing my mother all over again. Seeing it still standing there, tall and proud, it makes me really happy.
What happened while we were gone? Honestly, you look more upset than tired or anything.
Just give her some
Well, that's what happens when you get backstabbed, I guess. It's okay, everything's fine now.
Thank you so much. Can you give me a hand? I
Ow.
really don't have much strength left. Traveler,
Maybe I did crack my
I want
knuckles.
to ask
Why?
you something.
Also, we get
And
a nice little image
please,
here.
Tell me the truth. Do you really see me as your partner?
Of course.
Main character voice line!
It's good then.
Let's go!
It brings me more
He
relief
said
than I can say.
something! He said, of course!
How do you feel, Navia? Any better after taking a break?
I feel quite a bit better. But I should
Heard
probably
Craigie
still
was like,
rest for a few more
is he
days.
snapping?
Sorry, partner.
Wouldn't that be fun?
I said some weird things earlier. Feel free to just ignore me.
Ah, a little weird, that's true, damn. But that's because I've never heard you doubt yourself before.
I used to think that I'd never doubt myself. But you could say I've discovered that I'm not as strong as I thought I was. Coulter mentioned my parents, as well as Malus and Silver. It's all thanks to them that I've made it this far in life.
As we're watching the sunset, by the way. What
They
timing?
ever regretted the choices they made? Has my existence made this world a better place?
Don't think like that, Navia. You've already done more than enough. No matter what others think, we'll always support you to the end of the world.
And the end of the world will be when? Tomorrow?
Well, since it's ended
knows?
up like this, I suppose it's time for me to make a confession as well.
I knew it, you were the next person to
Something that
backstab
I've been
us.
keeping from you as well, boss. Please follow me. Everything is already prepared.
You prepared
Hold
another
on.
ambush. I knew
hope you
it.
can
I shouldn't have
understand
trusted
that I
you.
can't deal with any more shocking revelations right now.
Don't worry. This surprise will be a pleasant one.
Will it now, huh? Alright then. We'll see about that. How pleasant could it possibly be? Imagine you look around and you can actually find the two boulders down here somewhere. Wouldn't that be a nice little addition? Because, again, we definitely saw two of them reach Poisson, right? We definitely saw two of them reach all the way here.
Why is everyone gathered here? And what's this?
This was supposed to be a gift to you from everyone in the town. We were originally planning to show it to you once it was finished. But special times call for special measures. I've never seen you look so defeated before. So I've decided to show you the designs before the final product was done.
The statue?
Do I really look that bad?
Or is the statue of
Well,
Navia,
if you're ready,
after
I'll
all?
unveil the present.
It's gonna be the statue of her parents, though. Mr. Boulders. That wasn't clear. Yeah. Oh no, it's not just it's the sketches. Also, we finally get to see what her parents looked like. We finally get to see what they looked like.
This is...
Pretty sure even in the case we never got a good look at the dad.
And me.
We designed the look for Miss Clementine based on old camera records, as well as personal recollections from members of the Spina.
Wow. This is the statue you mentioned before?
It is indeed. To be honest, we decided on the design a long time ago, and gave the sculptor permission to begin working. We only asked Boss to decide on a design so she wouldn't realize we had already started.
Damn.
How could we only have statues of Mr. Callus and Mrs. Clementine?
Even though Boss is still young, we've all seen the work she's put in regarding the whole synth business and the rebuilding of Poisson.
We wanted to commemorate her contributions with a statue as well.
I don't know what Spina
How far
Tirasuva
along is
was
the
like
statue?
in the past.
Will we actually get
No,
to see the statue
great
at one
organization
point?
now.
With Navia
Sure would be
around,
nice.
We're not worried about this place's future.
We are gathered here today to tell our boss that we support you and believe in you wholeheartedly. I believe everyone is here for you, not the glory days.
That's what we believe as well.
I will also always believe in the bond between us.
Thank you so much, everyone. Then I'll be brave and just accept everyone's support for what it is.
There we
This really
go.
is quite the surprise. I never thought that I'd have the chance to stand next to my mother. Not even in my wildest dreams.
And that's the end, yeah. Braving the tides together. Any final words to say?
It seems like I started to question myself a bit too much. I'll pick myself up again and become a more reliable president for all of you. Looking back on it, I'm honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier.
So about the gift from the townspeople.
I'm sure everyone longs for that one thing in life that seems trivial to others, but they themselves can never obtain. To me, that would be a family portrait. I've always been super jealous of other people's family photos. I've never thought I'd receive a family portrait of my own. Especially not like this. It seems like I'm not such an unlucky person after all.
Alright. But we still have some time. You know what? Let me actually check. I do want to see if I can maybe level her up a little bit more. Again, though, I have to do so much grinding to level her up properly. Because, well, as you can see, I need 2 lightless mass to reach level 9 out of 10 on one of her 3 levelable skills. This is for 1 out of them, and it's still only for level 9. And you know why I can't just grind this easily? Because you can only fight the boss that can drop this once a week. You can fight the boss once per week, and the boss won't even always drop this thing. Which is why I know it will take a long time for me to actually max out Furina. But I will do my best to max her out at some point, hopefully sooner rather than later. Because she seems very useful. Or lower. Also, I do finally want to try something. The thing that I know she can do, that I have seen Spinne pull off. I want to make her walk. I want to do the thing that the Hydro... Well, not actually Hydro Archon, but you know what I mean. I want to see her do the Jesus. Full odds shot. Nice! Congrats on that. That is impressive. Alright, I need to find a spot. Is there a spot over here where I can actually... Can I trigger that up here and then... Yes! That works. Amazing! I no longer, ever, need to worry about stamina while swimming. I can just do this.
The show begins.
Amateur. Take the Jesus route and walk on water. Exactly. Remember when it was really... I remember the olden days. When some people tried to ice bridge all the way over to Inazuma because they didn't want to progress the story. The only way you're supposed to be able to go to Inazuma is by doing the story. And then the story will eventually, like, send you over to Inazuma through, like, a teleport, essentially. Because you're not supposed to, obviously, be able to get that far. However, now, technically, if you're playing the game and you get Furina from the gacha... You can technically just walk over to Inazuma whenever the fuck you want. Just take the long route. Who needs to wait for the story if you can just walk? Amateur, get 3 shiny full odds in Legends. Damn. Okay, I see how it is. But yeah, I still have time in the stream, so I just want to fully confirm if it's possible to walk over there. Over 3 shinies. Very, very impressive.
May I present?
I do realize this is quite the walk. But hey, I could also just end the stream early, but I do kind of want to test if it's really that easily possible to just get to Inazuma now. Sound to help you find it. True. That's very fair. The sound in Legends is really, really good to have. Sure you're going in the right direction? I can see the silhouettes of the islands on the horizon. Plus... that island over there is definitely noticeable. Towards the tree? Okay, I'll go towards the tree. Is that the shortest? Is that the closest one? I think it might be. Because that island silhouette also looks a bit close, actually. Maybe that's closer? I don't know. I'll just walk in this general direction for a little bit more and then I'll check the map real quick. I could just open the map, but I'll wait until, yeah. I'll wait until I do the thing one more time, just in case. There we go. Checking map. Oh my god, the distance. And you know what? Yeah, it's probably the quickest to go over in this direction. It is still quite a distance, but you can technically get over there without progressing the story, I think. As we will see. Gonna be walking for a while. Hey, I could also do other random shit, but I do kind of want to try this, okay? I do want to try to see if it is actually just possible to be like, yeah, screw it, I'm gonna walk to Inazuma. I'm walking to Japan! Invested now, we have to see this through. Exactly, no going back now. Just walking to Japan real quick, shouldn't take too long. That's what Furina is for, after all. It's already morning. And you can slowly start seeing the islands a little bit more clearly in the background. I am running. I just don't want to run out of stamina because I'm not sure. I think I should be fine even if I run out of stamina because I am walking on water after all. But the thing is, normally if you run out of stamina while swimming, you immediately drown. Now I know I am not swimming, but I'm still on the surface of water, so I don't want to chance it. Which is why I always like stop running right before I run out. I know it's probably stupid and pointless, but still.
The show begins.
Splish, 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 indeed. We are splishing and splashing. There's Dragonspine. I can already see Leo getting smaller in the distance. Oh, right. I have to use my skill in order to walk on water. I have to use my skill in order to walk on water, and thankfully, the skill cooldown is shorter than the time frame you're allowed to walk on water. And yeah, using the skill is the summon. So I just keep resetting the summon to reset the time I can spend walking on water. That's how this works. So I keep glancing over so I can see the timer. Oop. Waiting another 4 seconds, then I summon again. Now.
May I present?
You see, I am kind of covering the timer. There, now you can see it. That's the timer of how long it takes until I can use the skill again, and every time it's refreshed, as you can see in a second. I use it again. 20-second cooldown. It really is quite a distance, isn't it? Fun.
The show begins.
Ah, but we've already made it so far. But damn, you can really tell how big Dragonspine is, huh? Dragonspine do be a big mountain. You can also tell, like, over there you have Liyue, where it's a lot more pointy, like the geography, and then in Mondstadt the cliff is just like such a perfectly straight line almost. Pointy, straight. Odd. Geography, I know. I think we're making it. The possibilities, they are endless. You can now sequence break the game. I mean, you were able to do that before by ice bridging, but ice bridging was a lot more tedious, and then they implemented a feature where if you get too close to Inazuma, lightning would strike on any exposed surface, which includes, of course, the ice bridges. But since I'm running across water, that doesn't create any surfaces for lightning to strike. So this should be safe even when the storm is still going on. Naturally, the storm isn't here anymore. But again, even if the storm was still here, the lightning, as far as I'm aware, only strikes on an actual exposed surface. I'm pretty sure it doesn't strike on water in this game. It can strike the ground below the water, but in that case, I'm not sure if it would affect me walking on it. And even if it did, I have plenty of space to dodge. Which is something you don't have while ice bridging, because when ice bridging, you only have a very, very small platform to walk on. But here, Well, the entire ocean is my platform.
May I present?
Taking as long as it would to run to Japan, yes. Ah, let me strike the highest objects, which in this case would be you, yes. Also, by the way, we have now confirmed it. You can easily, or maybe not easily, but you can walk all the way to Inazuma. Yeah, there we go, it wore off. We're here. And to be fair, it is quite the distance and it takes forever, but it is possible to walk the entire way from Liyue to Inazuma. You know what, I might as well get to the mainland, just to prove that you can unlock the teleport point. This was an entirely pointless endeavor. Seriously, there was no reason for me to do this. However, I have done it. Real and lived in. Oh no!
It's my lucky day.
I'm just gonna...
Oh,
Yep.
brilliant!
I'm gonna go across here. Alright. And Winrito! They didn't take kindly to my sequence breaking. Yeah, you know what also didn't take kindly to my sequence breaking? The fact that I just neglected to set up my skill again. But it's fine, I'm basically right at the coast. Imagine the god of water drowning. Wouldn't that be sad? There we go. It is official. We're here. Teleport point is right up there. Boom. Perfectly possible to unlock this. There was really no reason for me to try to prove anything here. Again, I could end the stream early, but... Stamina run right before you make it to the shore. Yep. Sadly, that is very possible in Genshin. Now what should we do now? Curious, curious, curious. There really isn't too much to do. We have completed basically everything. All the story quests are done. Boss. Perhaps. The thing is, I'm not sure if I fought that boss already this week. I might have. I think I already fought that boss. Yep. I'll have to wait until next week to do it again. Which is very disappointing. Very disappointing indeed. What about... What do you have right now? Is that... Nope, that is also not what I need. Damn it, it's the wrong day of the week to... It's the wrong day of the week to get this stuff. So that's also a no-go. Is there anything else we want to do with our cool walking on water abilities? Any other place we might want to check out? I mean, there's not much walking on water to do over here. And a lot of the places we would just reach the map border. Ooh, you know what? Spiral Abyss. Sure, why not? Let's do like a floor or two of Spiral Abyss. I never do this stuff. I always forget that that's a thing I should be doing, even though you get Primo Gems for it. Very important that I finally get back into this. Alright, let's build 2 teams. I would say... if I just do my main team... And then what would team 2 be? Two Animo characters though? I don't know about that. But if I swap them out, then I'll have 2 Hydro characters. Maybe get Venti up here? But the Electro and Pyro combo is kind of what I get most of my damage out of. You know what? Maybe this will work fine. Maybe this will work fine. Let's try it. Let's try it. Okay, let's try these 2 teams. Effective this entire floor, please. Not just this chamber. Elemental Mastery, I'll take.
Another time. I will have order.
There we go.
Oz, repeat.
Let's get down to business.
Again, we're still on the early part here of the Spiral Abyss, so this should be relatively easy.
Wings of darkness, come. Let my name echo in song. Fine, fine, fine.
Okay, first half. Easy. Other side. Second team, let's go. Distraction.
Decided by destiny.
Do this. Venti.
Time for takeoff.
And then when they're all collected, I do this.
Let me scribe. Speed of light. Yahoo!
Another test.
Written in the stars.
Okay, okay, it's fine. You can deal all the damage you want because bam, full heal instantly. The thing you gotta appreciate about Jean, the instant full heal.
Here we go. Incoming. Hey, brace yourself. Delve into destiny.
Again, I don't want to use my bursts right now because this fight is almost done and I kind of want to save them for the next floor. Or rather the next chamber, I should say. Boom, 3 stars, perfect. Chamber 2, continue. Energy recharge for the entire floor, I'll take that.
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Let the world collide.
There we go, get the healing in here. I don't like being frozen, so immediately unfreeze. No! Okay, okay, I get it. It is easy, really. Again, though, there's so many more floors. Gotta hate stationary characters. I like it when my opponents actually come to me. I don't have to go out of my way to hunt them down. Stupid ranged opponents. Would it be too much to ask for you to just come charging at me? Okay. Other side.
Let me scribe. Fate is upon you.
Alright, do
Think
that.
you can get away?
So I can gather them all together, and then I do this.
Speed of light. Hey! Shadows of fate. Go as one.
Again, I really wish that dealt more damage. Maybe maybe I should give Kitching a little bit of a better artifact set at some point. So when I use her burst, it actually deals some proper damage to the opponents. It doesn't just look like it deals a lot of damage. Okay, place this, and then...
Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Hey! Shadows of fate, written in the stars.
Okay, final opponent. Let's go.
Speed of light.
Wait, why does it say I've defeated 8 out of 9 and there's one more in the background? That doesn't make sense. The numbers don't match up.
Don't blink. Hey!
Yeah, what the fuck? There was one more than I needed to kill? That's new. That's new. Normally there's the exact number of opponents you have to take out, but there was one more this time. Energy recharge. Sure, I'll take that again.
By royal decree. Ducky, ducky, la, la, la.
Oh boy. Now these ones can be annoying. Those mirror maidens. Oop. I don't like it when they get annoying, so I'd rather take her out quickly.
Order guide you. Solidify.
Okay, we've reached the annoying stage, but she's dead, so who cares? Okay, I really need to switch this up to get some more healing.
Let the world collide.
There we go. Heal.
I present.
Gather.
And on the other side. And again, you're normally supposed to grind this monthly. And I've kind of just been fully neglecting it. Alright, gather them all together, do this. Switch, switch, there we go. And now we heal.
Barbados, guide us.
Having all 3 opponents out at the same time does have some advantages, but also some disadvantages, obviously. Advantage, I can hit them all at the same time using AoE attacks, which should make this quicker. Downside, obviously, I have 3 times as many attacks to watch out for. And again, your rating in this entirely depends on how quickly you do this. I do want to get those 3 stars every time. Floor 10, Chamber 1. You know what? Let's see if we can clear floor 10 as well. I think that layout actually worked pretty well, so we'll keep it. We'll keep going. One more floor. And sure. Sprint and then attack. Sprint, attack, attack, attack. Sprint.
Stabilize.
Oh, that was it. That was very quick. Yo, Code, what is it? Go to my teapot? Okay.
Think you can get away?
I'll do that once I'm done. Once I'm done with floor 10. Because I just started floor 10.
Shadows. Incoming.
Hello.
Cut to the chase. Decided by destiny. Let's play. Delve into. Don't blink. Hey.
Alright.
Here we go.
Let's take care of the big one.
Speed of light.
Kind of annoying that they gotta be so tanky.
Shadows of fate. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Leave my space.
Okay.
Delve into destiny. Yahoo! Speed of light.
Just die already. Please. Thank you. Alright, chamber 2 out of 3. Let's get right into that one. Ooh, elemental burst damage. That's good. Because that's what I need. Boom!
Solidify.
Okay, okay.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Stabilize.
Okay, Furina. Charge attack, heal. Thank you.
Let my name echo in song. Boing, boing, boom. La la la.
Solidify.
Alright, fine, I'll do this again. And final enemy.
The show begins. Dumpy, dumpy, go.
We got this. We're getting the 3 stars constantly. There's no way we're not. Oh boy. Now this one
Fate is upon you.
might be a bit annoying.
I swear by my sword. Go as one.
Man, it probably would have been better if the team setup was the other way around. Like if this was my team 1 and the other team and I had the other team here now. But I can make this work.
Nowhere to hide.
There go the little ones.
Here we go. Shadows of fate. Don't blink. Hey, written in the stars. Think you can get away? Barbados, guide us.
Why are you tanky? Just die. I know you're pretty big, but still. I don't like the fact that I get the tanky opponents on the weaker team. I feel like this team is better suited to dealing with crowds rather than singular strong enemies.
Let me scribe.
Damn it.
Brace yourself.
Gotta remember for the future. Team setup needs to be the other way around. But I still got the 3 stars, and that's what matters. Okay, final chamber. Crit rate and crit damage, I cannot resist that. Oh, I absolutely cannot resist that.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice is ready.
Shower me with praise.
Let's end this now.
Now
you're testing my patience.
You. See how easily I can handle stronger opponents? That was so quick. I have all the time in the world for the second half now of this chamber. Oh, 2 opponents. Okay.
With sword comes shadow. I swear by my sword.
I mean, it should probably still take a little bit to get rid of them. But realistically, it shouldn't take too long.
Think you can get away? Yahoo!
I mean, even if I don't have my shield or anything, I mean, look at them. They're crumbling and I am sitting here barely taking any damage because I can just instantly heal.
Wind, hear me. Time for takeoff. With sword comes shadow.
And final opponent here. Boom. Alright, I cleared 2 entire floors, 3 stars everywhere. Let's grab the rewards and then I'm gonna quickly visit my teapot before we wrap things up for today, I think. 300 Primo Gems! And I keep missing out on that. I keep missing out on those Primo Gems because I never remember to do the Spiral Abyss. That was so easy, and that's 300 Primo Gems. That's almost enough for like 2 pulls. Which I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but still. It is. It really is. Which also means I can... Boom. Because yeah, we have a new battle pass. The battle pass reset. Hooray. 211. We'll see where I can make it. Alright, let's quickly go to my teapot. Serenity pot. Ooh, I need to harvest. I need to harvest. So let's do that. Let's plant some more Sumeru roses. I'm pretty sure I don't have as many of those as I do some other plants. Maybe some carrots again. Really don't need radishes. Some snapdragons. There we go. So apparently there's something worth buying in here now.
This realm is...
First things first, while I'm here, let me grab this. Realm Depot. Oh, there's a lot of new blueprints, huh? One big radish to care about it. Yeah, I guess that is all I need, huh? Guess I'll have a few new blueprints to purchase here. So I'ma just do that real quick, I guess. Looks like we've got some pretty impressive stuff, including new interior. Good thing I have a lot of money. That is so many new blueprints, Jesus. They really were like, hey, you know, the entire Fontaine story is out now, so how about we just drop everything as a blueprint? Oh my god. Is this why you wanted me to go here? of the blueprints. Well, I have all of them now. Ow. Ring, ring. Still. Go to riches. Fine. Swirling scene in a bottle. What? Oh! New realm layout! New realm layout! Okay.
If you ever have any questions...
Of course there's a new realm layout now. Still though, I am not good when it comes to decorating my realm. Like really, I hardly did any work in here, except for this area. This is the one thing I was happy with. The one area where I actually put some effort into. To make sure it looks nice. My little pond. Took me way too long to do this. Stupid. So that looks nice. When have I been in your teapot? Probably not in forever. But yes, I have been there. I remember. I remember. That one. Yeah, recently. Fairly recently. Garbage thrown together. I was just gonna sit down and end the stream here in my little cozy thingy area. But I guess, hey, does everyone want to take a look at Spinner's teapot before we end it today? I don't see why not. Wait, no, not here. I have to go into the other thing. Alright, where was the teapot? Request to visit Serenity Pot. Alright, we get to see Spinner's teapot. Real quick. But I remember now I was there kind of recently. The main hall of the house is the main thing we're gonna take a look at. And yes, you can tell someone likes Paimon. Having Paimon out here. Having Paimon's painting here. Next to their top waifu in Genshin. As you can see, because Spin is currently also playing that character. Alright, let's take a look inside and take a look at the main hall. Emergency food display, yes. Just in case you need it. At least they took the time to decorate their interior. I hardly did anything with my interior. But come on, it's so cozy here. Reminds me that I really should decorate some more. Toma is a good husbando. I won't deny that. Hey, Calvin. Yes. Husbando. I mean, he do beat the housekeeper. He knows what's up.
Right.
Perfect. You know, that was really missing. It's not a good house unless it has one of these in it. Keep walking into it, why don't you? How many times are you gonna walk into it? And this is how you treat dogs. To be fair though, that doggo is a skilled fighter. Doggy has sword. Doggy knows how to use sword. Now can I make you disappear? Damn it, I cannot. Well, maybe I was too close to the table. Let's try that again. Can I make you disappear? No, never mind, it doesn't work. Sad. What about you? Sword dog, yes. Damn, spinach is sandwiched in between the dongs. Must be nice. Ah yes, and there was Farazan.
2 clients, 3 clients.
The wind rises.
Alright, seriously now though, I am gonna call it quits here. After thinking I might go for a shorter time today. Bye bye Spinne, thank you for letting us view your lovely abode. I like how I can hear the sound effects still, but you're just frozen over here. But yeah, I assumed I would make the stream short. The stream might end up being shorter, but here I am, somehow being able to extend it a bit more. Alright, that being the case though, I am ready to call it a day here now. So, let me see if we can find someone to raid. Now, when will we do the next Genshin stream? Again, probably when there's new content to check out. Which will likely be no waiting. There is no time to wait. I must raid. But yeah, it'll likely be when... There will probably be an event in this update. Yes, I got the stuff. I got it. I did redeem that already. But yeah, there will likely be some kind of event held in this version at some point that might be voice acted or might not be. We'll have to see. And if there is a voice acted event, then that will likely be when we do the next Genshin stream. Okay? Sound good? Sound good. As for when the next stream is in general, Friday, as per usual. That is my generic stream day after all. Phase 2 of the banners? Probably, yeah. Code raid indeed, get ready. How about we raid... Do we raid Alex? Thoughts on raiding Alex again for some Danganronpa? We could. I don't see why not. So, let me set up real quick. Alex is just getting started on the stream, so this is the perfect opportunity to just hop on in there before anything happens. So spoilers for Danganronpa 2, by the way, because Alex is approaching the end game right now, so if you are interested in the Danganronpa series, just be warned. So, that being the case, thank you all so much for watching this stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to whenever the new Genshin stuff drops again. We'll have to see and wait. But yeah, don't worry, I will do more streams than just the Friday and Saturday stuff. I will do another Minecraft week soon, probably, so we can finally say that that series isn't dead. So yeah, see you around. Bye-bye. And of course, if you're watching this after it's been uploaded to YouTube as a VOD, your support has also been greatly appreciated. And, you know, if you do want to catch me live in the future, you can do so by checking the description down below. You will find a link to my Twitch, among other things. I stream there every Friday and Saturday, sometimes other days as well. In any event, thanks for watching, I'll see you around. And yeah, bye-bye.